first head of health summer.
Kyle and Daniel, you have won the golden power of veto!
It's been 10 years to be here. I can't roll over now.
When you work 10 years to be here, it sucks to see your game crumble and not have anybody behind you.
Daniel, you're up first.
House guests, please vote to evict me. I'd rather hang out with Nicole and Paloma than any one of you bozos here today. If you want me to go do your dirty work, vote to save me. Or vote to evict me, and in about 10 minutes, this season just got boring. Back to you, Julie.
By a vote of 8-1, Daniel, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Some people can't stop talking about. Some people just won't. No, they won't live it down. And I will live on that hill, the hill where I lay. And I will not leave. No, there is no need to stay. Say my name. Say my name. When you say my name, say my name. You better scream it out loud. You better scream it out loud. Some people just won't let it live. Some people just can't get rid of it. And I will live on that hill, the hill where I lay. And I will not leave. No, there is no need to stay. Say my name. Say my name. When you say my name, say my name. You better scream it out loud. 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 You see, sometimes when the terrible life ain't going the way that they want. Sometimes when they ain't got much, they always wanna scream, but they never run. Sometimes when the terrible life ain't going the way that they want. Sometimes when they ain't got much, they always wanna scream, but they never run. As long as you scream it out loud. As long as you scream it, scream it. Just scream it out loud. Scream it, scream it. So say my name when you say
sound real hard on the phone, nephew. You sound real hard on the phone, nephew. I ain't get whatever the fuck I want. It didn't feel like that 10 seconds ago. This nigga's like, hey, man, he talking to you like Slim on the wood. I mean, you look like a fast nigga. You better run. I mean, you look like a fast nigga, you know what I'm saying? Who's Stacy? Kevin said, dude, I mean, you look like a fast nigga, man. I'd run into my HOH room, you know what I mean? I'm not going to my HOH room. I cannot talk to these black bitches in any room of the house I want to be in.
Is leveraging your personal life to get...
What you say, bitch? None. I mean, you look like a fast nigga.
No, absolutely not. I live here too. I can go wherever the fuck I want. Surprise.
Previously on a Big Brother endurance comp.
Let's get back to Memphis. Currently, they're pouring water down, right? You see Cody, he's raising up to give his granddad high 10. You see Nicole sitting here. Where the fuck is your box? But why am I bringing up the water? Anybody in this chat with back pain know you slide cold water down this hurt back of his. I don't care because all lives matter. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking Jesus. Brother Memphis couldn't even get out of the goddamn bed this morning. But through your grace and mercy, he outlasted these niggas.
Kill any nigga. Kill any nigga. Bitch, I keep it wrong, but I ain't going fishing. I be killing boo-boo niggas. What you ain't know? I kill you if you staring at my grandpa Jabot. My mama told me chill, cause I be killing niggas. You for real? Man, for real, I be really killing niggas. I don't tell lies. All I do is stay facts. Kill any nigga. I do not care where he at. Shout out to the Late Night Crew and also Shay for just rocking with me. I'm a supporter, sponsor of the Late Night Crew. I love everything that y'all doing. I'm also operator of the Wealth Factor. It's a community that's geared towards helping people to build wealth. You can follow me at King Willie with 2 E's on Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube. Just go in, hit the search bar, type in the Wealth Factor, and you can also follow me on Facebook under Willie Dynamite. I love what y'all doing. Keep rocking, and y'all gonna see a lot more of me. Late Night Crew, turn it up.
I am LNC.
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 We are LNC.
Put Shay in the house.
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 Put Shay in the house. Put Shay in the house.
Put Shay in the house.
Put Shay in the house. And he can fucking bite me.
What was that? And get Shay in that house.
Stop the cap.
Put Shay in the house.
Put Shay in the house.
Put Daddy in the house.
What's wrong with Angela?
You heard him.
Tactical nuke incoming!
It's winter break at Bayside. Jesse, Slater, and Kelly got jobs at the mall. Lisa is volunteering at the hospital. And Zach is sitting on his lazy blonde ass eating cookies. Zach is at the mall, bothering Slater and Jesse at their jobs, when he bumps into a girl. She says she's late for work, which Zach hears as an opportunity to stop her twice and make fun of her for only having an apple for lunch. Screech had an accident with his new doll and cleans up in the bathroom. A nice stranger offers advice on how to dry his pants faster. Zach notices him shaving and tells Screech to check out that homeless dude, then scolds him for looking. The homeless dude says he's lightheaded because he hasn't eaten all day. Zach continues to bother him while he shaves, then leaves a whopping $3 behind in a payphone, probably because he didn't want to touch his icky homeless hands. Zach wishes him a Merry Christmas with a smug grin on his face, because $3 will definitely put this guy's life back on track. Zach is roaming the mall, hunting the girl who ran away from him, and bothers Kelly at her job. He finds his target, named Laura, and offers to take her to lunch because he knows she only has an apple to eat, something he once again goofs on. Laura's considering lunch with Zach because she's starving when Zach sees the homeless guy. Zach lets everyone know how great he is for giving him money earlier, but adds he hopes he doesn't spend the $3 on wine or super cheap heroin. Laura says she's lost her appetite. Zach sees Laura in the food court. He apologizes, saying he doesn't know much about the homeless, and adds that in his neighborhood, the poor family is the one that doesn't have cable. Zach asks Laura where she lives. Laura says she lives with her dad. He asks where, and Laura says they're currently moving and they move around a lot. Zach asks what her dad does, and Laura says her dad is between jobs. Then an emaciated Laura politely asks for a chip before scarfing down a whole bunch of chips. Zach connects none of these dots and makes fun of her for eating so many chips. Zach realizes he can make Laura like him with food and buys her ice cream, then takes her to Jesse's job and cuts in front of a bunch of kids to take a picture with Santa. Santa asks Laura what she wants for Christmas, and she whispers some deeply disturbing shit in his ear. Zach asks what she said, and before she can begin to say she's not sure she can tell him, Zach hands her a candy cane, more food, to put in her mouth so she can shut up about her problems. Zach's mom shows up, who has the same blonde hair to roots ratio as her son, and mentions
Not the cap.
the Christmas play she's putting on at the mall. Laura wants to be in the play, but is hesitant about asking for time off at her job on her first day. Zach tells her not to worry about it, and it's no big deal. Then, as she walks away, makes a really creepy comment to his mom that he finally knows what he wants for Christmas. Gross.
Yay! Yay!
Slater is struggling with his job wrapping presents when the friendly homeless man helps him. He asks for some of the scraps Slater throws away. Slater generously gives him a whole roll and some ribbon. The homeless man staggers away, takes 2 steps, and collapses, because apparently
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
Apparently, $3 with a side of wrapping paper isn't part of a complete breakfast. Laura asks her boss to be in the play. He says no, because it's the busiest time of year. Laura is upset because Zach got her hopes up. Zach mentions that homeless guy from before passed out and is at the hospital. But who cares, because they need to get to the hospital to help Lisa donate gifts to kids.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Give gifts to the kids, then sing their way over to that homeless guy who almost died. They visit him in full costume. Zach takes off his Santa beard out of respect. Zach sees Laura, and still unable to connect these huge dots, asks why she's there. He's her dad, you dingus. To be continued.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
I've never even heard of him.
Right now, Laura's dad, Frank, said he passed out from hunger. Zach gives him some of his stale leftover cookies. He invites them to his house for dinner because now he knows he can get this hot homeless girl to hang out with him using food. He
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
feeds Laura until she can't eat anymore, then tells her the weight she put on in the last hour looks great. Zach's mom thanks them for coming over and says she appreciates having guests that are different than usual. Zach clarifies she means they're not used to guests with big appetites who live at the mall. Then Zach asks the fun and super polite question, so how did you become homeless? The computer plant Frank worked at went out of business, and he's had trouble finding work ever since.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
Especially since he doesn't have nice clothes for job interviews. Zach uncomfortably looks at the floor and says nothing after starting this difficult conversation. Zach begrudgingly helps his mom set up for the play and complains the entire time in a hideous sweater. Zach sees Laura rushing to work and stops her to once again use food to make her like him.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Laura sees a jacket at the store she wants to buy for her dad to wear to job interviews. She asks for an advance on her paycheck. Her boss says no. Zach shows up to interrupt Laura at her job, again, in an outfit that's still not as dumb as that sweater. convinces Mr. Moody to let Laura be in the play by promising to double his business with a mysterious whisper deal. Kelly puts the jacket aside and says she's going to buy it later as a surprise. The play is okay. It's fine, or whatever, who cares? And Laura learns her lines even though she just found out she was in the play 10 seconds ago. But Zach takes his mother's nice play about the meaning of Christmas and turns it into a big commercial for Mr. Moody's department store.
Where are these clothes from? For the well-dressed miser, the only place you shop is Moody's store for men.
But I guess if you're
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
seeing free theater in a mall, you get what you pay for. Mr. Moody sees the missing coat and assumes Laura stole it because she's homeless. He threatens to call the cops, and she runs her hungry ass away. The gang splits up to find Laura and Frank, and they finally leave the mall for the first time in 9 days. Zach and his mom find them in a car outside of a Christmas tree lot and invite them into their home. Mr. Moody gives Laura the jacket as an apology, and Zach's parents offer to let them live at their house until they're back on their feet. Laura says she doesn't know how to thank them. Zach suggests sexual favors. It's a Christmas miracle. Laura and her dad have a place to stay until Frank gets a job. Only we never see them, ever, again, because they probably fucking killed themselves. Or starve to death. Merry fucking Christmas. Let's review. Zach Morris harassed a stranger at the mall and made her feel bad about her lunch, made a bathroom spectacle out of a homeless man minding his business, then thought $3 would change his life, and felt great about giving him the $3 even though he was pretty sure he'd spend it on drugs. Used food to get a hungry girl to spend time with him, cut in front of all these kids waiting to take a picture with Santa, and when that homeless guy passed out, he thought it would be fun to visit him dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Then invited the homeless man to his parents' nice house to comment on his daughter's weight and make him talk about why he became homeless. Turned his mother's Christmas play into a department store commercial and told this homeless girl she should hook up with him because of his parents' generous invitation and because she has nowhere else to live now.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Ho ho holy shit. Zach Morris is trash.
Zach Morris is trash.
Ticks, valuable seconds running off. Curry just running him around. 5 to shoot now, and Curry is fouled and one. A put away.
I'm petty. Late night crew. 31-point game for number 30, man. Shout out to Wardell Stephen Curry Jr. Draymond Green with a masterpiece. That's what we do. One more. Say what's up to your boy. Who's all in this motherfucker? Hit the like button. First of all, we all got to hit the like button. Oh, boy. Janice was happening. Chadrick, Nopper, Sio. What else did I say? I don't know. Yeah, and there's no need to send the commercial with 29 people. We only got 29 people in here. We skeleton crew. We chilling. We're not talking about Big Brother much. We going back to last night. We got to keep pushing on last night. But I did find this shit funny before I came on the air. So we do have to report this. So Big Daddy K, for those that don't know, is the motherfucking... First of all, shout out to James G. Buckets. Let me do that first. Playoff James G. Buckets is a real thing. I put 5 on them motherfuckers when they was like down maybe 13. So I had a great night thanks to James G. Buckets. I saw him having 40, but it was after I got off the air, unfortunately. Shout out to Bob for hitting that like button before he shut her down. Clee, what's happening, baby girl? Real quick before I even get in going to that, I got like 5 boxes I'm getting out before Friday. Janice and Bob got a box. Nopper's big box. Finally, the infamous Nopper big box. Goat box. and Kehlani. And I believe I got to look for the other one, but those are the 4 I know offhand. I think it's maybe 2 more. I want to make sure I mention that before I forgot. Rhonda, what's happening? We got to give away something on the channel next couple days. We ain't did nothing. We got to do something. We got to make sure we keep the loyals loyal. Y'all have yet to learn anything. Y'all still gaslighting like a motherfucker. Bubba in the building.
The fuck did I do?
Y'all still gaslighting like a motherfucker, bro. Like, what are y'all doing, man? Do y'all want Big Brother after 25? Because if y'all do, I want y'all to listen up. Because I already see what y'all on with Canada, and I see this is what y'all going to be on in 24. You got the Taylor type chick. She's such a bitch that she can't even act right enough for the edit. She doing shit where it's like, damn, we have to leave this in. They doing shit like, we have to leave. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, I'm going to keep it a buck. But when I keep it a buck, y'all not going to be happy, though. So, matter of fact, let me find the little shit Koozie did. I'll show y'all the little shit Koozie did. Okay? I don't think it was that big a deal, right? But here's the problem. Y'all are gaslighting liars, and y'all only want rules for one people. Wait, what? Man, y'all niggas do too much. First of all, Zach, I saw you celebrating. You're a fucking loser, too. All y'all niggas are fucking clout chasing losers. All of y'all want to figure out the way to be the fucking victim in some shit. But again, it comes down to y'all are okay with crybaby antics when it's y'all people. Y'all always crying for old school Big Brother just for your people. Everybody else has to play this new woke Big Brother where they can't say shit to anybody. But then anytime your people say something and people have a problem with it, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. First of all, y'all got to stop flipping off at the mouth, calling motherfuckers racist just because they don't like somebody black, bro. That's just I'm trying to help y'all. Even if y'all feel like y'all got a problem with certain shit, to just start the conversation off with, you racist if you have a problem with this. Bro, stop. Even if some racist people have a problem with that because of that, that doesn't make that an absolute for everybody, you fucking idiots. But that's why y'all don't win any type of debates. Y'all don't even have any type of real dialogue with anybody. But people are tired. I saw a gang of tweets where people are like, bro, I was loving Koozie, but now I done got tired of like some of the shit she be doing. It's literally like Taylor all over again. It's literally like Taylor all over again. So whenever somebody says something to Taylor, you know, they need to be thrown out and all this shit. Then when she say something, it's like, oh man, y'all acting like pussies. It's like, nah, we just want to play the same rules. Yes, Bubba, but here's the rub, Bubba. Same bullshit, not the same results. The results of this have shocked me.
I have to strike while the iron's hot. For that reason, Queen Koo, please take a seat. Renee, shut up. down.
I'd have checked her. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm the HOH, I nominate you, you tell me to shut up and sit down, I'm gonna check you. Oh, you want to do this on TV? Let's do it then, bitch. No, you sit down and you shut up on the block, bitch. I'm the HOH. I get the final word, ho. So, a lot of people feeling some type of way about like how Koozie was talking. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. That's game. Either you gonna let her talk to you like that or you ain't. You know what I mean? My thing is this. I know how y'all are, though. If somebody had said that to Koozie, you would have been talking about kicking him out. All know this. This is just what it is. So people are talking shit about it. Here comes the reality kingdom, the biggest race baiters in the game. These niggas are the biggest race baiters. Them in the Silent Podcast with Isaiah, them motherfuckers, y'all some fucking race baiters. Proof once again, y'all love your ice queen until it's a black woman. Now she's scary and doing too much. Who the fuck says she's scary? Who's scared of this bitch? Except that one chick. Somebody did say she was scary. And then, bro, they attacked the Big Brother Canada player that don't like her. They attacked the motherfucker, made her delete the tweet. Just total unnecessary. You call yourself Big Daddy, so lose like a Big Daddy. Tanisha says, unpopular opinion, Koozie's behavior sometimes rubs me the wrong way. Right, because she's a sore loser. She's a front runner. Most of these hoes like Koozie, Taylor, and shit, they front runners. When they winning, they talking shit. When they losing, they whining and crying. That's my problem with the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have to learn how to talk shit when they're losing. I'm serious. Y'all got to learn how to talk shit when y'all losing. Y'all got to learn to look at niggas and be like, all right, nigga, keep that, especially in the playoffs, keep that same energy next game, nigga. We right here, nigga, especially ain't no closeout game. You need to be still talking. If you talking shit when you up 20, that's why I fuck with Draymond on some real shit. Nigga, we'll be down 20. Draymond still talking shit. Why? Because niggas might start folding. But this is the same shit. When Koozie do some shit, oh, she's the queen diva. Then somebody say something else, oh, man, misogyny. But notice this shit always happens. They look for any little flimsy thing when somebody gets in trouble. Literally got the reality kingdom tweeting at Wendy's, begging them for a special power to save Koozie. This is why this will be the last season. Y'all have learned nothing. Tanisha, so reality kingdom. Tanisha disagrees with you, and she's actually a black woman. You niggas just think y'all black women. Y'all ain't. Y'all don't act. Y'all probably think y'all act like black women too. Black women don't act like that. Black men sure don't. I don't know who the fuck y'all niggas are being, and neither do y'all. So run down on Tanisha. I dare you with her fine ass. I dare you to run down on Tanisha. You won't. I just don't understand, bro. And then here's the sad part. This is the thing about race baiters that they don't ever understand. There's no real money in race baiting like that. And then when you really get to a level of certain race baiting, it's going to be in the other direction. Like all of a sudden you're going to be a certain race baiter that all of a sudden certain white people can do what they want. You know, the genuine pro-black. Oh, we've had contact with some of those. That's exactly what they want, Chad. They want this shit rigged for the one person they want. So they sitting here. And my thing is like, I get y'all when y'all say, you know, we want old school Big Brother. First of all, I find it funny when Terrence said something to motherfucking Michael, y'all was mad. All Terrence did was laugh at that nigga, and y'all were mad. Remember that? So that's why I'm like, I can't take y'all seriously when y'all do this because it's gaslighting. That's why none of y'all want to even have a talk. Because if I was like, let's say I had a debate with any of these motherfuckers that's saying this shit, I would ask them, literally, I'll let them get all this shit off about Koozie and how it was and black this and da-da-da-da-da. And then I'll literally be like, Well, what about when Terrence did this? What about when this did? Oh, bro, how can y'all love Koozie doing this but be that mad at Daniel? Okay, what was more disrespectful? What Daniel said to Taylor, or what Koozie just did in a fucking nomination, sir, in some type of, I think it was veto replacement. In a veto replacement ceremony, she gets nommed. She gets backdoored. So, and then she disrespects the HOH. Which is worse? Press 1 for Daniel, press 2 for Koozie. Because all of you motherfuckers that are mad, all you motherfuckers is like, y'all being pussy over what Koozie did, then I don't know what you mad about with Daniel. Because Daniel didn't disrespect, she wasn't HOH and she backdoored Daniel and Daniel told her to sit down and shut up. He didn't do no shit like that. Bubba, it's a clear, bro, Bubba, I swear, I have figured out the formula. The formula, easy as shit, bro. The formula goes as such. They want old school Big Brother rules for whoever they like, and everybody else gotta play with the kid gloves. So whenever Koozie do some disrespectful shit or Taylor do some disrespectful shit, it's funny, go sis. But then if somebody clap back, they the problem. It's the same thing like when Taylor snatched them headphones off of mine. Everybody with a non-biased eye watching that shit like, what the fuck? Like, damn, that was even Brittany sitting in the room was like, damn, Taylor, like, come on. And Brittany clearly wasn't on Monty's side over Taylor at that point, clearly. And then everybody like, I don't see what the problem is. Then when Monty calmly talks to her about it in the motherfucking bathroom, oh, look at this gaslighting misogynist. Like, what the fuck? Oh, no, I'm not falling for this shit. Y'all Taylor got backdoored and y'all mad. She didn't play victim enough. She talked too much. Anybody that calls themselves Big Daddy Koozie, bro. And let me show you Summer's gaslighting ass. Hey, Summer, remember when you told me this wasn't going to be the last time you was on TV? And I said, yes, it is. Well, who's right? Me or you? Who was right? Y'all niggas thought y'all was, bro. The Big Brother Canada 10 cast, it was hilarious watching them come out. They thought they were Big Brother US All-Stars. The way I was like, nigga, y'all don't realize that y'all only getting about the 4th or 5th of what the US niggas get. Don't nobody know y'all niggas. Summer is? Do y'all know who Summer Sales is? First of all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ice Spice stole her whole style from Summer. I know Summer mad as fuck about that. I put that on everything I love. Spice stole her whole style from Summer. So Summer goes, why do we assume people's bad behavior is their true color? So what your logic is anytime people have bad behavior, we don't assume it's their true colors, but when they have good behavior, that's when we assume it only. See, that sounds like you one of them motherfuckers that, you know, you do fucked up shit and don't want to count. Humans are weird. Yeah. Humans are weird. Why do we assume people's bad behaviors? Bro, we not talking about like, first of all, if Koozie hadn't said nothing all season and did that shit, that's fucked up. I'm a purist of the game. I'm with talking shit and I'm even with rattling the HOH and the thing, but telling the HOH to sit down and shut up, for me personally, I don't think any type of punishment should happen to her whatsoever. But me personally, as a gamer, I'm looking at that like, man, bro, you kind of look like a sore loser. Personally find it corny to take a shot at the HOH after getting backdoored anyway. Again, this is how I am. Talk shit all the way through. Not just when you losing or getting ready to lose and now you damn near pouty going home. Because I'll tell you this. Let's say Koozie quit. They ain't gonna say shit. I mean, it's possible. They've already had 3 people quit. They've already had 3. Like that shit with De'Aaron Fox in the game where De'Aaron Fox yelled at the referee, he should have been thrown the fuck out, right? I am okay with the referee not throwing him out. So don't throw Draymond out when he do some complain about an obvious call, what he feels an obvious call. So when Draymond complained when he got hit in the fucking face, they let this shit go. So I can rock with that. That's like, I'm just like, call it both ways. I don't care how you call it. That's kind of how I am with the shit. Call it both ways. And that's the problem with this community. The rules get updated, and whatever the rules get updated to, just know that they don't apply for everybody. They tell you Wakanda forever, but then somehow they magically find black people that don't count. They look for any, like with Terrence, Amir, and everybody. That shit's by design. They like Taylor, but they need a reason to not like the other black people. So what do? They put these niggas up under this microscope where every little thing they do is going to get them called a coon. And then once you get called a coon, that means that I don't even have to root for you. Once I deem you coon, why would I root for you? But then they sit around and tell white people that black people have to win no matter what. But then white people sit here and watch y'all shoot down y'all own black people. Like, again, the amount of white people that sat back, and I don't even mean sit back in a way where they should have got involved, but I'm just like, you on Twitter as a white person, you sitting here and you seeing black people say the worst shit about other black people. And then you as a white person, if the person that you see in this person call another black person coons and all types of other racial slurs and shit like that, then somebody like Kyle say something mild, then these same people that was calling black people racial names turn to the white people and go, denounce this racist in Kyle, or you're racist. And it's like, well, Kyle didn't say shit compared to the shit that you say about your own people. Y'all be expecting white people to care more about black people than you care about black people is the weirdest shit I've ever fucking seen since I've been on this earth. You go look in their tweets and they are calling black people some of the worst shit you ever seen. How you expect somebody white to take you seriously on racial matters if you have a tweet that says, see, this is why I never support black men, because they ain't shit. The rules is beginning to be up because Twitter ain't folding on this one. Twitter's looking real stupid right now. BB Can Twitter, a lot of them motherfuckers are sitting there calling. It's a bunch of people going, it's kind of like a straw that broke the camel's back moment for her. She been doing and saying little shit all season, and this was the moment that motherfuckers, it happened with Taylor when people just start seeing like, man, she is kind of a trash person. I showed you her stats on her social media. You see it, shit's falling off a cliff. It's the same situation. And then you got one side going, well, I'm getting about tired of this behavior. And then you got the other side just gaslighting. Oh man, if it was the white girl, the ice queen. Imagine. And they don't even realize what they even saying in that. Let me show you what I mean. Hit the like button. Let me show you exactly what I mean, because this shit blows my mind. Proof again, y'all love your quote, ice queen, until it's a black woman. Now she's scary and doing too much. Okay, let's do my famous trick. Let's just imagine somebody white said, proof once again, y'all love y'all quote, black queen, end quote, until it's a white woman. Now she's scary and doing too much. Now she's a Karen and doing too much. I wouldn't call this black person or this white person racist. If somebody in the Big Brother community tweeted this shit out right now, white, and put black queen and put it in quotes and was out here riding for white women like this, y'all wouldn't call them racist?
That's why you can't trust them. This is why I laugh at white people who be letting these punk ass niggas run over them and intimidate them. These niggas ain't got no black people that vouch for them for real at all. Most of their family members be ashamed of them. I don't even say that shit to be funny. They be talking tough, but most of their family members don't even, like, extended and shit, don't even fuck with them like that. And I wonder why.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
This is why I was just like, bro, I ain't even fuck with y'all. I'm going back to OJ. I'd rather talk about OJ. OJ and his white bitch. Very one-track minded. And it's become more and more obvious to people. People are seeing more and more where it's like, you motherfuckers are full of shit. Especially the reality kingdom. Everybody that know that you full of shit. I'm just been sitting back watching their strategy is to be completely racist against white people and think they're going to have success in this shit, like real success. They really think there's a lane for that, and I'm like, there's not. You cap out, and we've seen it. We see, bro, you cap out at that shit. If there's, and my thing is, I respect it if that's what you stand on. Like, if you like, hey, I stand on that, whatever my numbers are with that, that's what they are. Bet. That means you understand that, you know, whatever you want to blame it on, but I know you can sit and blame it on a thing where it's like, well, white people are racist, not to listen to it. But it's like, bro, you don't want to sit and listen to white people talking shit about black people all the time. Why the fuck would white people want to sit and hear you talking shit about them all the time? And that does not mean you can't hold white people accountable. But then white people don't also want to hear how you always holding them accountable, but then you see somebody black do the exact same shit, but worse, and then you just like, you don't even see it. That's why I have the level of respect and clout in this community that you niggas will never have. Because I'm going to just keep it, I'm going to keep it 1,000. And live with the results. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I know good and damn well with my talent, I can have way more subscribers if I ain't say certain shit. But that just ain't the way I roll, nigga. I'm already rich. I just trap for the art. I keep telling you this. You don't want to believe me, but whatever. Did you know that me keeping it a buck and not ever changing like the way I feel about things, like even things I've evolved on, it ain't that I flip-flop. I've evolved on certain things and give reason and even explain. Don't you know that made it so I got safe houses in multiple states? I literally had a family take me and my family off the fucking street, nigga. I ain't got it, bro. I don't have to do shit for money, bro. Because the phone numbers and shit I got in my phone, I couldn't even put a price on. I don't even know how to price that shit. And here's the funny part. If I gave you all my phone numbers, you can call them all and they won't work the same for you. Even if you got more money than me, they still won't work the same for you. This shit about people, bro. And this ain't even talking about like people that, when I say safe house, bro, that don't mean I want anything. Bro, I'm talking about Shay the type of nigga where, can I just park in front of your crib? Obviously, nobody's ever made me do that, but everybody know I will. They've seen me do it on stream. I don't understand anybody trying to get money off of hate, where it's like, bro, let's say they start balling out, right? Let's say they start balling out from all this hate. You do understand all of that money is satanic. Uh-oh.
You are watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
My name is Jeff.
I mean, do y'all want to talk about the truth or not? You know, if you sitting here just trying to egg on hate and violence and egging people on and trying to get everybody to go at global, go at this, go at that, bro. If you ball off of this shit, all of that money is satanic. And before I forget, do not ever go to Christmas in Memphis restaurant. That shit is truly satanic.
Yo, the devil's in full effect.
Do the unrivaled research and unrivaled coverage because I got a motherfucking unrivaled squad. Shout out to the real late night crew. We discovered that they truly, that's why they had demon time. You shouldn't even be allowed to call the police if shit like that happened at your demon establishment. Wait a minute, but the police, never mind. So if you missed that earlier, I would definitely catch that stream earlier because you see my reaction live to us live discovering that shit. Oh my goodness. Lunchbox. You're only black if you shield for the chosen black woman. No. Close, Bubba. Close, just a bit outside. Let me help you out here, sir. No disrespect. Let me help you out. Only if you shield for the chosen black woman and never try to excel in anything yourself. Because you can shield for the black woman the whole time. And if you try to win, they will counsel you. But here's the other rub, Bubba. Oh, you can also do exactly what they want to do. And if the black woman goes ahead and wins and determines she don't like you, even though you did everything they wanted you to do, they still hate you. You can't win. What up, girl? You can't win. So even if you shield for them all the way through, eliminate Turner. If the black woman goes, I don't like that black man no more. And everybody goes, good, fuck him. Nobody stops and goes, wait a minute. Why would you hate the black man that helped you win $800,000? That seems ungrateful. Nope, they go, fuck him. He's just a black man. White people don't even like him. And then when white women go, we do like him. Oh my God, why would you ever date one? What? Motherfuckers are confused. But the one thing I've learned is, and that's why I try to tell people the average black woman ain't like that, because what you'll learn is most of these girls that talk like this don't have no fucking dude. And if you ever see them and they have a dude, it'll be the weakest dude ever. It'll be a dude that no girl wants. Nah, baby, I can't. I gotta go to my mama's house and watch People's Court every morning. We gonna watch a little bit more of that post OJ arrest coverage. I mean, that shit was very interesting. It looks like Koozie may go home tomorrow. If she do, I'm telling you, prepare for the Twitter meltdown. Again, shout out to James G. Buckets. The G stands for Gets. James G. Buckets the third. And what happened, cuh? What have I been telling you for years about these certain superstars, cuh? What do I tell you? If this nigga don't work on his jump shot, it's going to start costing him. Russell Westbrook, Giannis, LeBron. Oh, man, LeBron looked old as fuck tonight, nigga. LeBron, you have to drop 40 next game. You just had 15. You got to drop 40 at the crib. Game 6, Bron, I better see Game 6 Bron, bro. I don't want to hear any excuses. This nigga Bron, bro. This nigga look old in a muff. I mean, all of his shots look bad. I mean, some big time bricks, nigga. Told you, y'all gotta learn how to shoot or you get exposed in the NBA. Once niggas learn you can't shoot, then they start guarding you like Sabonis. Same thing with Sabonis. Nigga, we know you can't shoot anything free throw extended for real. Cause I put money on buckets, bro. I was mad I was off the air when I saw that Jimmy was getting 40 points. I wanted to share it with everybody so bad. Them looks that Jimmy Butler was giving was so disrespectful after them shots, bro. And I was mad I couldn't watch that motherfucker because you know what I was watching. Let's go Warriors. Let's go Warriors. All right, where we at? That's it. Yep, that's it. No, Drew didn't get exposed, bro. Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is a mutant. Bro, I got to remind everybody to go back and watch every Jimmy Butler playoff game. Just go watch every Jimmy Butler playoff game, and you'll see, like, wow, every time that he's lost in the playoffs, it was never his fault. If you want to do recent, go look when they was in the bubble. LeBron and them barely won that shit. Nigga, it was the Lakers against Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler almost won a championship. Fall league. If Kawhi got a torn meniscus, that's 6 weeks. That ain't retire material. If you told me he tore his ACL or MCL, I'd be like, maybe. He tore his meniscus. That's just 6 weeks. He ain't even gonna miss no summer camp. Like, let's say they had made it out. Well, he would have been back like Western Conference Finals if they had made it. Like, no cap. Meniscus for them mutants is only 6 weeks. But see, I don't believe it, to be honest with you. Because it can, and that's if it's a bad meniscus tear. He could just have a slight tear, which is basically a knee strain. I think when Kawhi get any little injury, he start getting injury phobias. That's what I think. I think he get a little injury and he start getting scared about getting hurt again. I saw the reboot of White Men Can't Jump and it was totally fucking trash. First of all, the fact that them niggas are playing for $500,000 ruins the shit. White Men Can't Jump was not about getting rich. The most money they played for was $5,000 fucking dollars, bro. And then you got Jack Harlow as Woody Harrelson. Like, first of all, I'm tired of y'all rebooting shit with actors that nobody knows. Like, when White Man Can't Jump came out, everybody knew who Rosie Perez was. Everybody knew who Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson was. That's what made the movie. Now, y'all just be like, oh, we're going to reboot it and we're going to just, okay, we'll put Jack Harlow in here. Nobody fucking knows who Jack Harlow is, bro. Not compared to Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson had a syndicated TV show at that point. You know, one of the greatest ever? Man, I don't, bro, the thing with Kawhi is you don't never really know it to be wrong. It'll always be about something. Like, they'll be like his knee, but don't really tell you. Make sure y'all hit, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the PayPal Cash App so we hit the $20 goal. If we hit it before the end of the stream, we have no more goals the rest of the week. So I would think that's something we would want to do. Talk plain, Janice. Cheers. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knew who Woody Harrelson was by the time he did that shit. Nobody knows who these fuckers are. And I've noticed that. They do that a lot. They reboot shit and then use actors that you never heard of. Where it's like, well, it'd be different if I can go back and be like, well, when this came out, nobody had heard of this person, so I can understand it. No, most of the time they go take movies where the motherfuckers were established. Like Kid and Play, for example. How you gonna have a house party? Because the thing with house party was people forget that. How did Kid and Play get house party? Nigga, they was like the hottest rap group out. These niggas was doing Sprite commercials and all types of shit. They was like the #1 rap group out, nigga. But then you turn around, reboot it, and then you got motherfuckers, people, who is this? I don't know this person. Wait, Javon, are you here? Can you hear me, Javon? So I see you just posted in the chat or in the Beat Squad. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna reboot, then you gotta reboot with. Bro, did y'all see that commercial for Flash that had Michael Keaton Batman? Or was I tripping? Oh, excuse me. Canada finale is May the 11th. Is it a short season? All right, Javon on the way. I can ask him, right? Javon can give us some quick coverage. Because I could tell by the way he said something, like he may not even know we live. Number 5. Yeah, LeBron produced House Party, and that shit was trash. As soon as I saw that, I ain't want nothing to do. Bro, Lunchbox told me about the motherfucking White Man Can't Jump. I watched this shit as soon as I got out, because White Man Can't Jump was one of my top 10 movies of all time. You know what I mean? And I watched it, and as soon as I saw Jack Harlow, I was done immediately. When I saw who was supposed to be Sidney Dean, I was done immediately. I was like, who the fuck are they? And then it was like, we're going to go play for $500,000. I said, $500,000? What the fuck? Okay, John, thank you. I just wanted to confirm that was who it was. I'm in the middle of I'm playoff watching the game, which is way different from me casually watching the game. So I'm sitting there kind of thinking about the game scenario, was getting ready to happen, set up, and I'm kind of just blank staring at the TV, thinking about the game. And then the shit comes on. I was like, wait, nigga, was that Michael Keaton? Was that Michael Keaton? Hey, Javon, I wanted to ask you, you said the finale's May 11th. Is this a shortened season, or is it about on schedule? Because I think Misha said it's a double tomorrow. I saw Keaton is back. I said, yo. I said, let me go see this so I can be devastated at how y'all fucked this up. That make me want to turn on 90 Batman immediately, bro. Hey, Google, how many days was Big Brother Canada 10?
On the website BigBrotherCanadaCasting.ca, they say, you must be willing to live in the Big Brother Canada house located in Toronto for approximately 75 days on such dates to be determined by producer in its sole discretion, with approximately a dozen strangers where you will have little or no privacy. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Thank you, Google.
Just doing my job.
I think it was 72 last year. So it's only hey, Google, how many days is it from March 8th, 2023 to May 11th, 2023?
May 11th, 2023 is in 64 days.
So that's that's a whole week. So was the finale already in stone, Javon, or do you know? Shout out to Javon Bark still in the building. As we getting ready to pivot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I asked Javon. I asked because 3 people walk. I was wondering if that motherfucking finale was in Stone or if they just moved it up. Damn, this has been a disaster season for Canada. This has been a disaster season for Big Brother Canada. Because now the people that tried to deal with all that bullshit, everybody else just left. Before they even got... People stayed because they wanted to try to make some bread off of rooting for Koozie. And now they mad?
Delays?
Now, here's the thing, Javon. If Canada 10 was 6... Canada didn't go 70? You sure? I could have swore it went 70. I know it didn't go 75. Thought it went like 72. I mean, I believe you. I was quite certain it went like 70, 72. How did they do this there? They gotta cut this shit out. I gotta be honest with you. I'm so fucking tired of this. Y'all gotta understand, this is why don't nobody play for real. Because everybody just waiting to this late game double eviction bullshit where somebody's gonna get lucky. I don't think the end of the game should have a fucking top 6, top 7. It should be guaranteed no double evictions. Rushing the fucking game. Here's what I think. This would be a nice twist for Big Brother. I think the game should progress to the point where the last week in the house, it's 4 people. That way, it will guarantee the last week of the house will still be interesting with strategy and other things, unless somehow some alliance got to the end, a 4-person alliance got to the end, which ain't likely, or is it, I mean, for the most part, it's gonna be, that will be more interesting. Because then people are gonna watch the feeds all the way up to the end with 4 people still in the house versus the 3 and all that bullshit. I would rather them take one of them doubles out and have 4 people all the way up to the finale. And then 2 people head to jury, which gives, you know, so you can't just have that jury cloud. I don't think we need to cut jurors. I think we should hold more than 1 juror. We should hold 2 jurors that ain't coming till the last day. You got 4 jury members. Because they started jury, like 2-3 weeks ago? But I think, bro, I would definitely still watch it. That last week, we all know that last week is boring because it's 3 people and then there's no need for them to game. Why? Because they just waiting on these competitions. And you may get a little sneak convo here or there when somebody goes, but if it's still 4 people in the house, bro, there's so much game that could happen that last week. So they canceled the whole ass of, damn, bro. Whew. You got 3 people quit. That lets you know that they were on bullshit. Production was on some bullshit. I'll give you 1 or 2 scenarios. And these are the only 2 for me. Either production was clearly on some bullshit that made 3 people walk, or let's say production wasn't on no bullshit and 3 people walk. It's still production fault. Because y'all got to be held accountable for these casting decisions y'all keep making. How the fuck you cast 16 people and 3 of them quit? That's on y'all either way you cut it. That's simple math. This is Big Brother Canada fault. Either way you cut it. You either casted 3 pussy motherfuckers who crybabies, and Zach is 4. Zach ain't nothing but a fucking prima donna crybaby. He was scared to come talk to me when he felt like I probably would ask a real question. And I mean, that's in my opinion. But again, I just been sitting back laughing at him. I'm like, bro, you're a fucking loser. Like, for real. Same. He's another Hearn. The only time these niggas get clout is when they getting dragged. They say anything else, don't nobody give a fuck. Yeah, one walk for personal reasons. One walk for medical. What was the medical issue? Well, Zach made 3. I don't know why I said 4. Back to this fake shit.
Used a police siren. Their police siren.
What, they just left? This is when they was leaving. Before we get started, especially if you were here last night, you think O.J. Simpson was ever in that white Ford Bronco? 1 for yes, 2 for no. If it's all mixed bag like Javon says, and I mean confirmed, I still gotta leave. It would depend on, because they would use some flimsy shit too. Because they could flat out lie just because so that it don't look like that as well. Watching this shit as an adult, I don't think that nigga was even in the fucking truck now. There's no proof. None. They claim they was on the phone with this nigga, then they don't know how to get a hold of him. This nigga want to go see his mama, but ain't nobody got the phone number to his mama. What? Cameras kept, bro, the way that the helicopters is what really told the story. The way that they would just be hovering perfectly for the longest, and then all of a sudden we moved out of the way and blocked by all these trees. And then the nigga was changing the channel, bro. When he started changing the channel, that's when it fucked me up. When it was like, you were seeing 3 different camera angles that were all obstructed at the same time. We never saw him near no car. Then they like, yeah, he got out of the car with 2 picture frames. How the fuck did y'all know? Oh yeah, and the police told us we had to move the helicopters and we have to turn all the lights off. That serious that we gonna do, because you do know police can block off whole blocks. They've done it before. They could have blocked that whole, the people that got as close as they did, they could have kept them motherfuckers off that entire street, nigga, if they wanted to. Especially if they need to turn off the lights and shit. Bro, that was some just modern day Houdini shit these niggas was pulling.
Imagine had the police department made a wrong move tonight, and either he would have been killed.
Then like out of nowhere, they was like, he got to be rushed to the hospital because he might be ODing. ODing? What? Yeah, the police said when they talked to him on the phone that he sounded like he was on drugs. Well, this is our first time hearing this. Why didn't y'all report this?
Or someone else would have been injured. Can you imagine the second guessing that would have gone on with the LA Police Department? We're happy to tell you they played this one perfectly. They have exactly the result they wanted, and they did a tremendous job on this.
It's interesting to remember, too, that Police Chief Willie Williams was in Philadelphia under subpoena testifying in a federal case.
Now, this part is what fucked me up. This is what also made me. I want to know if OJ got any relationship with Chief Willie Williams. Chief Willie Williams just so happens to be out of town dealing with a case that he's involved in. And instead of the news reporting about him going to court, they reporting about this.
This week, and has been keeping track of this supremely important investigation by phone with his department throughout the week, and I don't know if he's back in town yet or not, but what a week for him to have to be out of town and to have to be
how convenient
away from all of these events that have just gripped the cities from Monday through Friday.
Well, his force certainly did everything they could tonight, and they did it all right.
Yes.
We don't know if he's still there at the house yet or if they have moved him, but my guess would be that they would take him into the home there and examine him here and then transport him to Parker Center and then transport him to some other medical facility where he would be under a guarded observation for the rest of the night. That is a distinct possibility.
A guarded observation. So, again, we don't know that nigga was in the car, and they already excusing the fact that he ain't gonna be in nobody's jail cell. As close as they let this nigga get to the house, I bet can't nobody get close to whatever hospital he's supposedly in.
That they would take him to a medical facility closely guarded, but also closely watched by doctors for the rest of the night, and then transport him in the morning.
There was speculation earlier in the week. Why was O.J. Simpson not arrested sooner? The district attorney told us at his press conference this afternoon they arrested him when they had all of the evidence that they wanted to have.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Was O.J. Simpson ever really that big of a celebrity? I wasn't really at least old enough to remember. Was he ever that big of a celebrity?
In hand, and he applauded LAPD's investigation this week and said basically that as of about 8:30 last night, I think he said it was.
Because I'll be honest, when it comes to football, I heard of O.J. Simpson and people who said O.J. was good as shit, but like he was never mentioned as like the best of his era.
They had the medical evidence that they needed. The blood tests had been completed, or other forensic tests had been completed to the point at which they felt confident that they could write up their reports. This morning asked for the warrant for arrest, got it, called, made the appointment 11 o'clock, get him down here.
Reservation.
And Garcetti had said that had they known his exact whereabouts, they would have gone and picked him up, although as it turns out, I believe they did find him at a home in the San Fernando Valley and made arrangements.
The reason why I ask is I didn't understand why this got that much media coverage. No disrespect to Nicole Brown Simpson. Nobody knew who she was or her dude. And OJ was just like mid-tier. It was like, bro, there's other motherfucking celebrities. Like, Alec Baldwin Alec Baldwin's on the set where they shot and killed a motherfucker with a fake gun. They barely reported that shit. And this nigga got off. So it'd be like, I'm trying to understand why OJ got all of this. He ain't the first person to be like, look, they would kill somebody or some shit. Maybe because of the crime itself, I'm okay with it. I don't sit here and be like, man, you shouldn't be reporting double homicides like that, but I know he had a good commercial. I know he had a good career. I remember the Hertz commercial. I even remember him in Naked Gun, you know what I mean? But I don't ever remember OJ being like The Rock. You know what I mean? Like, if The Rock got caught up with some shit like this, I would understand why it's on TV all day. But OJ, though? Enough where they was stopping live TV. And it was like, yeah, he was so-called running from the cops, but was he really? I can't even really say he was running from the cops. I never saw the cops ever attempt to pull this nigga over. Shit looked like a police escort. Them niggas wasn't speeding, breaking no laws or anything. And it was like, how did the police even know where they was at? What car and all this shit? It's just weird. And then I'm like, I can't say he was running from the police. I never won. Did you ever see a police? We watched the entire shit, basically. Did you see one motherfucking police car even remotely attempt? No, one star, they still shoot at you if they get close. He bribed the police. He used his CEO abilities.
With Robert Shapiro, his lawyer, to drive down with him to Parker Center, and Shapiro was planning to bring a doctor in the car to make sure that everything went well. In about a 15-minute window of time, OJ and his friend Al.
And you want to know something that makes it really fishy as a black man? If you a black man in here, tell me I'm lying. On earth would get this treatment. The fact that he's getting all this preferential treatment, bro. Name the black celebrity that got this treatment. Name the black athlete. Remember your boy that played for the Panthers? Did he get this type of treatment? Hell no. Hardy? Bro, football players and shit, bro, they do not be getting all this preferential treatment because they celebrity football players. Preferential treatment? All he did was punch a bitch. OJ supposedly killed. Yeah. Ray Rice hit his wife. His wife stayed with him. So at least on some level, she knows she probably said some shit. That don't excuse him. But they shouldn't divorce over that. No. Especially if it ain't, she said it wasn't a track record, and we ain't heard of him beating her ass again. Because just know, if he put his hands on her again, he getting life. And she getting everything. He didn't get all this preferential treatment. OJ getting all types of treatment I ain't never heard of a black man getting. But he told you he not black. He OJ.
Gowlings slipped out of the house and got away. And this is the end of the chase here in front of OJ's own home in Brentwood.
There's also this speculation as to just what this series of events from about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock today until now will do to the...
Right. Yeah, she hit him first. But again, this goes back to the dude from Target. Where I'm like, I understand why, but you didn't even have to do all that. Like, if Ray Rice would have pushed her and she fell down, oh, bro, okay, get up, stop. You get caught in the elevator hitting, bro, if you hit a dude like that, I'd have been okay with you losing your job. You can't be hitting people like that for any reason. You shouldn't be hitting people like that for any reason.
Pending trial. Exactly how will it affect it? Harvey Levin, who is a lawyer and one of our Action News reporters a little while ago said...
Well, I agree with villainizing him. No. If he still got to play football after that, after serving like a suspension or something, would I have been mad? No. But that's the thing. People don't allow you to make mistakes. People want your life ruined first mistake.
That in trying to talk him out of that Bronco, Robert Shapiro might well say, look, yes, you did the wrong thing, but it doesn't totally foul everything up. You're a man under extraordinary pressure. You have been taking a lot of sedatives. You weren't in your right mind. So perhaps he could convince him that there was still a shot here by the defense team, that it had not been fouled up so badly that they couldn't present the best possible defense for him in court.
Well, Harvey mentioned earlier today that one of the people on his medical team on OJ...
I'm so glad he just went ahead and took it big and left. He had enough money to where he fine. It wasn't like they took money back. It was it. That was it. So, and I'm glad he took his punishment like a G and he's accepted it and moved on with life.
Simpson's medical team is a psychiatrist that Harvey said had made something of a specialty of testifying for defendants about their state of mind and assisting in diminished capacity defense. It's possible that what's happened today would lend credence.
Because, Mike, I don't think there's a thing as knocked out more. So she was already out, and that motherfucker, she just hit her head again. He said knocked out more. Thank you for proving my point.
To the theory of diminished capacity, speculating again.
Heaven knows we have seen some defenses along that line in a number of high-profile cases lately.
Quite recently.
I am always reluctant now to say what's going to happen in a trial, to predict exactly what kind of defense will be presented at a trial. Who would have guessed?
He just told you OJ was going to win.
The defense the Menendez brothers put up. It is pointless to speculate in advance what kind of defense a person on trial will throw up before the court.
That is true. Now,
And then when it happens, he will go all the way back and he'll be like, the night that this happened, I told everybody.
it looks like we're seeing police moving through the picture here. And I saw a gentleman in a suit, and here comes someone who looked to be wearing casual clothes.
Now, the vehicle closest to it.
All right, pay attention, y'all.
That is somewhat blocking our view there. I am not able to tell exactly what that is. Can you tell there, Ann?
No.
Somebody just ran.
But we've seen quite a stream of people now, somewhere upwards of a dozen people moving from left to right on our screen. And I would guess that means they've been coming out of the house.
Our supposition is at this point they are moving O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
But we don't know.
With all of those people milling about, some of them milling about, others with a definite place to go, with this much movement, we think they will be moving. Why else would this many people be moving all at once?
See? See how the camera been sitting there still for moments. The moment something happening, now look what the camera doing.
Not slick.
Now, someone's just knocked our camera.
Bullshit. You a motherfucking lie.
Not the cap, not the cap, not the cap, not the cap.
Somebody walked up and moved their camera. Man, they some wires.
Is at this point they are moving O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
With all of those people milling about, some of them milling about, others with a definite place to go, with this much movement, we think they will be moving. Why else would this many people be moving all at once?
Look at this. I want y'all to see something. Oh, I caught that ass. Look at the moment the cameras go up.
With a definite place to go, with this much movement, we think they will be.
You see this guy come and one more person come. As soon as it's like they see these two people come, they point the camera up.
Moving. Why else would this many people be moving all at once?
They did not want us to see whoever the fuck those two. They look like feds. They look like they had on fed jackets.
A definite place to go, with this much movement, we think they will be moving. Why else would this many people be moving all at once?
Now, someone's just knocked our camera.
And you literally have to fight for camera space at an event attended by this many media representatives.
No, you don't.
They pushed us back about 100 yards from where we were earlier in the day. So,
how convenient.
And with the darkness falling, we're not going to get a very good view, but we'll get the best view we possibly can.
And I would suspect that the camera angle that we've had for the last hour or so here has been a lockdown camera with no cameraman there, because I think everybody was gotten way back from that scene. So what we just may have seen would be our cameraman allowed to now pick up his camera again and
What?
What was that?
Cameraman there, because I think everybody was gotten way back from that scene. So what we just may have seen would be our cameraman allowed to now pick up his camera again and
why would he not be allowed to hold his camera?
Walk with.
So you mean to tell me y'all getting y'all First Amendment rights down there violated by the police and y'all okay with it?
That and follow it.
Move in a little bit, yeah. Okay. I don't know who we are set up on there, but one of the reporters standing outside there. Again, we're waiting for some official word. As yet, the police have not come out and told us, here is what happened. We were able to persuade O.J. Simpson to put down that revolver he had to his head and come out peacefully. I'm
going to just say this. If you ever wanted to have a purge without people knowing, wouldn't this be the way to do it? How could you not be a criminal and see what's going on and not be like, it's time to do some shit? What police are they calling? How many crimes you think were committed around OJ's house with his neighbors? Shit broke in their yards, trash and shit. None? This shit stink.
Any moment now we should be getting that, but we are satisfied for our own edification that he has done that. He has turned himself in.
Okay.
How the fuck do you know? How the fuck am I supposed to know what happened to the last security guard when you don't even know?
We've been listening to Bob Turr giving us the latest over the police scanners. He's been monitoring the situation over police radios. That's how we...
And the police are so sloppy, they are putting their entire strategy over a police scanner. No, bro.
Not the cap.
Know what we know at this point. Now, Dave Barker is standing by, very close to the action, and let's go to him now and see what his viewpoint is on this. Dave?
Well, Ann, you're looking west down Sunset Boulevard. We're at Saltaire is the cross street, about a half a mile from the Brentwood estate of O.J. Simpson. And this is probably the path the police authorities will take O.J. once they have him in custody.
How the fuck do they know the path? They know the exact path the police are going to take this nigga. How? How? Bro, just how?
Coming down Sunset Boulevard here to the east, either downtown to Parker Center.
They got reporters set up along the route. How the fuck do they even know?
Or some medical facility. Ironically, he will pass by St. Martin's Catholic Church.
So, listen to me. They keep saying some medical facility to make it seem like they don't know what medical facility. But they know what route they're taking to get to some medical facility.
Custody. He'll be coming down Sunset Boulevard here to the east, either downtown to Parker Center or some medical facility. Ironically, he will pass by St. Martin's Catholic Church across the street from me here, where his former wife, Nicole, was had funeral services just.
Not the cap.
He's ironically going a route. Just coincidence out the ass. He's going a route that takes him right past the church that just so happens to be the church that his wife was eulogized at. Bro, this is cap out the ass.
Yesterday. So again, we are in place. We have about a half a mile view here. I want to give you quite a long shot of O.J. Simpson after he is taken in custody and brought down Sunset Boulevard here.
Okay, Dave, we thought that we saw there in the semi-shadow around the house that we saw people coming.
Oh, how perfect is the timing? We supposed to have been watching outside the house the whole time, and then magically the cameras cut out from outside the house, and ta-da, they away from the house, and the police just so happened to turn their lights on right in front of the church that Nicole Brown Simpson was eulogized in. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm not this gullible. Sorry. I'm questioning this whole O.J. Simpson thing as a whole now.
Out, and perhaps this is the procession right now.
There they are.
Why is there a diesel truck? Wait. Why the fuck is there a LAPD diesel tractor trailer? What's in that? What the fuck is in this? Like Master Control Center. Why do they need this? I've never seen one of these in my life. Have you ever seen a police diesel tractor trailer with lights and siren and shit? I've never seen this before. This fucking Optimus Prime, nigga. This is real life Optimus Prime.
Now
what the fuck is in that?
It's a mobile command post.
I told you it was mobile. What did I say? Master Control, yeah, mobile command center, bro. I just bought one not that long ago.
Coming in along with what looked like an ambulance behind it.
That would be coming out out, wouldn't it? Or,
no, it's actually going in, Mike. That's heading west.
Okay.
It's going towards the estate.
Why are they sending the mobile control unit? His house, nigga. What?
You wonder why at this point they would be taking.
This is why. That motherfucker probably got a signal jammer.
In a mobile command post because they already had a.
Yeah, we lost the picture.
Command post set up there.
Certainly, it doesn't make a lot of sense at this point. Who knows?
It doesn't make a lot of sense at this point, so, I mean, who knows? Yeah, these niggas is calling in kill streaks, man. This is bullshit, bro. Nigga, how the fuck? Oh, he hacking. How the fuck he get that already? Nah, nigga. No, he just got in the match. This nigga 2-0 and he got a mobile command center, man. I'm out of here. I'm out of this lobby. These niggas cheating like a motherfucker. This nigga just got in the motherfucking lobby, nigga. No, I ain't even trying to hear that shit.
Emergency airdrop. Show us where you want it.
No, he hacking. Enemy emergency airdrop coming in. Yup, I'm out of here. These niggas got a mobile command. They sent a mobile command unit to OJ house, nigga. What?
And we did see the ambulance going in there. Not that there is any reason to believe that an ambulance is vital, is crucial at this moment, because our report is that when he came out peacefully. He came out without the gun. He came out holding 2 picture frames. It was only described as picture frames. They didn't say pictures. They said picture frames. But if he's clutching them, if that's what he's holding on to, we assume it's pictures of someone very dear to him.
Well, we know that there was the possibility that he would need to be medically examined himself because of the sedatives. There's also...
You haven't seen this nigga at all. Why this bitch is talking like we just seen this nigga.
So the possibility, as you said earlier, that you send an ambulance just to have one on hand.
But at this point, it would have already been there if it was a precautionary measure. It should have already been there. And a situation like that where a man is holding
Thank you. But that wasn't an ambulance. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, they should have had an ambulance there, but that wasn't an ambulance, nigga. That was a motherfucking mobile command center, nigga. There wasn't no gurney in the back of that, nigga. At best, it was, bro, this nigga gonna sit in the back with the chopper gunner, bro. MEAC 130 inbound.
AC 130 standing by. Repeat, AC 130 standing by.
gun who can fire it off at himself or anybody else at any time. Logic would say you have a doctor on the scene at athletic events, at football games. There is an ambulance parked right outside all the time. Right. Somebody might...
Right. But OJ goes on a fucking chase with a gun to his head. Nobody ever thought to have a fucking ambulance on standby. This is where they about to tell them niggas, they about to whisper in these niggas' ears, stop going off script. Reed was in the fucking prompter before I fire your dog ass. Because that's what I've been saying for Jump Street. This nigga, the whole time he was riding on the highway, they reporting, yeah, this nigga got a gun to his head. This nigga make it to the crib and then sit in the driveway for 2-something hours with a gun to it. Yeah, he's got the blue revolver to his head. Okay, so where the fuck is the ambulance in case he go pop? And then they start talking about the ambulance coming, but it wasn't the ambulance, it was a mobile command center.
Get hurt. This, in the event of extreme danger, you would think they would have picture frames. Vital is crucial at this moment.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's the estate, along with
people coming out.
So they saw the cops and they was cool, but when they saw the mobile command center, it fucked them up like me.
And perhaps this is the procession right now.
There they are.
Wait, what the fuck?
Now
what? It's a mobile command post coming in, along with what looked like an ambulance behind it.
That's not an ambulance.
That would be coming out, wouldn't it?
No, it's actually going in, Mike. That's heading west.
Okay.
That's going towards the estate.
That nigga, that's a van like a hold on, nigga. I'm gonna go back. That nigga lied like a motherfucker. Nigga like, yeah,
perhaps
that looks like
this is
ambulance.
the procession right now.
There they are. Now what?
It's a mobile command post coming in.
That is not no fucking ambulance, nigga.
what looked like an ambulance behind him.
Is any remote of someone.
Ability, as you said.
And a situation like that where a man is holding a gun who can fire it off at himself or anybody else at any time, logic would say you have a doctor on the scene at
hey, nigga, stop ad-libbing.
Athletic events, at football games.
Hey, nigga, you want your job?
There's an ambulance parked right outside all the time. Right. Somebody might get hurt. This, in the event of extreme danger, you would think they would have that there already.
Maybe because there wasn't an event of extreme danger, you stupid bastard.
Well, we do know that police now have scheduled a news conference for 10 o'clock, as we've been saying.
They got a news conference already? How? Y'all ain't even left. How do y'all know y'all gonna be done by then?
We've been listening to scanners and to radios, and we know that O.J. Simpson, according to the police scanners, has turned himself in the driveway there of his own house, came out of the car, put the gun down, came out
allegedly
of the car, and surrendered himself to the police.
Why ain't they saying allegedly? This is alleged.
Police. And it was just a couple of minutes ago that we saw activity coming out of the house again, and we began to wonder if perhaps they were making movement away.
Right. Y'all sat there and showed us an empty shot the whole time, and the moment that shit started happening, now we looking at y'all goofy asses.
From that scene, but we've heard that at 10 o'clock there will be a police news conference, and hopefully a lot of our questions can be answered at
I doubt it.
That point, including where will they take him? Will they take him to a hospital?
Bitch, don't worry about it.
Will they take him to Parker Center? That is the next in a long series of questions we've had over this evening, Mike.
And I think we're looking at a caravan there. I think.
Sure, what it do?
There is some organization to these vehicles we see passing across our screen there. Let's go upstairs to Bob Turr and find out from him. Bob?
We believe this to be the motorcade that's taking O.J. Simpson back to jail.
All of a sudden, the helicopters are back.
Leaving Brentwood, his Brentwood home, now traveling eastbound on Sunset Boulevard to jail. We're following overhead. There you can see over a dozen.
I don't even necessarily think that the news is in on this. I think the police are clearly in on this, but I don't even think the news is really in on it. I just think the news is this stupid. Local news is really dumb.
Police units. These are Metro SWAT team members that are escorting Mr. Simpson back. That's at least the information that we have. We can't see, obviously, in the windows from our altitude and at night, but we've been told that this is a motorcade to bring Mr. Simpson to jail. Unbelievable.
What that mobile command post was doing, going in the other direction there, just...
Yeah, what was that mobile command post doing, my nigga?
A second ago?
I don't know what the mobile command post was doing. I was monitoring a Code 3.
This is the nigga that they said has heard everything step by step on the fucking police scanner. Did they not say this? Now they ask this nigga what's up with the mobile command center. He's like, oh, shit, I don't know.
Code lights and siren transport out of the area, back out of the area, back.
So the mobile command center came in, but they already gone. Make it make sense.
To we believe to be Parker Center, and we're going to follow overhead as they continue the motorcade back out of the Brentwood area, coming up on the 405 freeway right now. And this is an incredibly...
Who was driving that Beetle?
Amazing, sad way for to leave the area.
Bob, let us interrupt you for just a moment. Go back down to the ground there. We're looking at Dave Barker's camera. Dave, you're there as this caravan passes you by.
Entourage, the caravan is passing us right now. Again, we are at Saltaire and Sunset Boulevard. They're probably traveling 45, 50.
Why the fuck do they need this many cops to take OJ to jail?
Miles an hour, full lights and sirens on. Again, more in the distance coming our way. We have not yet seen any kind of indication of O.J. Simpson.
And that caravan probably 20 to 25 minutes away from...
So we don't even know if O.J. is in any police car.
Parker Center, we would guess, wouldn't you?
I would think that's about right, Mike. Perhaps a half an hour, but probably about 50 police cars involved with the cavalcade here, and they have passed us right about now at the 405 to Sunset Boulevard.
What a day. Now, there were 18 units that were following him on the Odyssey through Orange County, and they must have come up here and joined a whole dozen.
Okay, here's my thing. I understand if in the beginning when it's like they trying to get him to surrender and all this shit. They ain't got the media. Bro, once he surrendered, I don't get why they giving him all this privacy and shit when they trying to get him convicted as guilty. They would want the media there to show this nigga in the perp walk just in case he did or said anything they could use to try to further convict him. Am I wrong? Bro, y'all talking to the wrong nigga. Bro, I know y'all think because I smoke all this reefer, I'm stupid. No, actually, it unlocks everything. The rest of you niggas, all over the place.
Of police cars, which were there at the scene to begin with.
I stood here for 2 minutes at one point and counted 60 police cars going by.
Wow.
Why the fuck? Okay, come on, bro. Why does there need to be 60 police cars to transport OJ to jail? Can somebody make this make sense?
Word.
Now, earlier we had Mary Parks not too far from where you are right now, and there was a crowd gathered around her, quite agitated. They were many of them were supporters of O.J. Simpson. Do you see any activity around you? Have people gathered there?
People have been coming by. There's nothing.
Bill Cosby had to do the perp walk every day. They was catching this nigga coming and going for court and all this shit every motherfucking day. Every time you've ever seen a celebrity get locked up, you see him in the police car or something. No, I can't even confirm OJ was there, bro.
Like a gathering, what we saw with Mary Park.
They've been on TV for like 8-9 hours telling us that OJ's moving from here to here. We ain't even seen a shadow of this nigga. But then somehow Al Callen gets out of the car, yelling at police and shit. They don't even say, get your ass over here with your hands up. Every other hostage situation you've seen is when it's two people, when the first person come out, even if it's one left, they snatch that first person the fuck up. They just let Al Callen move like it wasn't shit. This shit weird, bro.
Earlier, nothing like that, or agitated at all. People have been coming by, giving their really respects and their condolences. And as people go by, they keep shouting. They're all positive comments for O.J. Simpson. We haven't really heard anything negative yet. Again, I think this community, especially here, this is his home. This is his neighborhood. People here are stunned.
Okay, well, we're watching now a caravan, a much different kind of caravan from the one we saw and followed live earlier in the day. And that one, O.J. Simpson apparently slumped in the back of a white Ford Bronco while his friend Al Callings drove across Southland freeways. And that one
How is Cal? Bro? I have yet to hear that Al Callings is in custody. He should be in custody. He drove the fucking getaway car, bro. How is he not in custody? Why? Because he gets to tell them OJ did it with a gun? No, they not just taking that. You gotta go talk. This is ridiculous. None of this makes sense.
Totally controlled by them as police gave them a wide berth.
Big. Not only do they got night vision, they said that they had lights powerful enough to light up that whole shit out there. But the police told them no, and they were okay with that.
Some officers driving up ahead, clearing away, some behind, keeping other cars from running up into them. Now we see O.J. Simpson again in the midst of a caravan, this time handcuffed.
Oh, look at this shot. And this nigga just said, there goes O.J., nigga. Oh, bro. This nigga said, there go O.J. Where? Nigga, where the fuck is O.J.? Where? Show me. Is this OJ? Yeah, production in full effect. Is this OJ? I don't even see no cop lights, bro. I can't even see no siren lights or nothing, nigga. At bare minimum, Janice, the fact that he drove this motherfucker away like that, it's like, so did you help him kill them?
In the back seat of a police cruiser headed to Parker Center, where he will then be booked.
And we're Chopper 2, Bob Tur here, flying over the motorcade, southbound 405 freeway. We understand that it appears as though he'll be going to jail. He has been handcuffed, placed in a marked patrol unit, and is being escorted by the...
I just need to know how they know this.
Los Angeles Police Department SWAT team back down to, we believe, Parker Center. Traffic is very heavy. They're going to run into a substantial number of vehicles ahead. They use the police siren.
But which car is OJ supposed to be in? Which car is OJ supposed to be in? Oh, we can't tell you for their safety, but you can show us the whole route though, where all somebody got to do is roll up with an RPG.
Police sirens, their police lights to break up the extensive traffic on Sunset Boulevard to leave the area, and now they're heading into what really shouldn't be too much rush hour traffic right now, but we do have a lot of people on the freeway, and you can see the Metro officers down below in their unmarked vehicles with their amber lights flashing in the back. And in one of those cars, football great O.J. Simpson in custody, charged with the death of 2 people, including his ex-wife, Nicole Simpson.
Let's bring Jim Hill back into this conversation now. You had asked for just this very thing to happen, Jim, very poignantly on the air, almost 3 hours ago.
Yeah, and it's a very emotional period of time for everyone, especially for anyone who had any contact with OJ or who knew him. And you have to face up to reality. You have to face up to the facts. And it's sad to see this happen like this, but it is good that it happened the way that it did. I mean, it could have been worse. And as we mentioned earlier, there's been enough death, there's been enough bloodshed. There's going to be a lot of grieving for a long time to come. And our prayers go out to everyone that's involved. And, of course, let's not forget those young people who are involved, the young kids who don't have a mother right now. And I was also told that one of the reasons that O.J. was so despondent or was thinking in terms of maybe taking his own life.
We don't know that. These niggas act like OJ has said this shit on TV or something somewhere. Okay, so who's telling them this? Okay, at bare minimum, we can at least suspect the cops, right? Okay, cool. So why the fuck would I just trust every fucking thing the police say? Just keeping it 1,000. Complete. And big time hearsay. Janice, the type of hearsay where OJ can sit here and be like, bro, this is slander. You told motherfuckers I was ready to kill myself.
Was that when his young kids grew up, how could he explain to them what happened to their mother? And
why would that be on him? I'm talking about outside of Tommy, this is TV. Talk plain, Clee. I'm talking about in the sense of y'all making it seem like he's got to explain to his kids why he killed their mama. That's basically the implication they give him by saying it. Like, this is weird.
that was one of the things that I'm told had been going through his mind, along with all the other things that he had been thinking about.
But suicide is the ultimate unexplainable act, and the act that family members, I think, have almost an impossible time getting over sometimes.
Yes, they really do, because especially when you're dealing with someone who is mentally strong and has always been a fighter, of someone who's always stood, for, or supposedly stood for doing the right thing, as we all thought that he was doing for all those years. And it is there's a lesson to be learned. There's several lessons to be learned from this, and one is.
And that's what's weird about it, Clee. It's like they so convinced where it's like, that's why I said I don't think the news is necessarily in on it, because the news is doing their own hit job right now. News ain't question none of this shit. They just like, yep, this nigga guilty. Yep, this nigga did it. Yep, let's talk. Now they ready to show this nigga because now he's a nigga, so they want to make sure they show him talk shit about OJ so they can make sure, hey, we not racist. We got a nigga saying it. That's why I'm like, they believe in any and everything the police say, where I'm like, bro, all I'm asking is, can I just have proof of chain of custody, bro? Every other time when they park out front of somebody's house, we gonna see that shot when the police bring them out of that fucking house. We seen it with Aaron Hernandez, Aaron Hernandez killed multiple people. We saw him. We saw everything with him. We saw everything with him. OJ, we weren't even allowed to see him get in the police car. We weren't allowed to see him get out of his vehicle or get in the police car. And in a rare occurrence, in the rarest thing ever, you run from the police and you go home and you stay home. You run from the police and you go home and you stay in your driveway. And then you somehow negotiate your surrender to where you can get out of your car and go in your house. The police would never let you do that. They would never let you go inside your house. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck's in there. But oops, they've already broken the law by sitting in the house waiting on you. We saw Ray Lewis, did we? We sure as shit saw his, bro. Ray Lewis allegedly killed a nigga with his bare hands. Let me see. This nigga in jail in a jumpsuit. See, that's the thing with Ray Lewis. We got a picture. Ray Lewis was in an orange jumpsuit with shackles and shit. I've seen enough of the Ray Lewis already. This nigga was in a fucking jumpsuit and shackles, nigga. We ain't see OJ in a jumpsuit and shit for real, shackled up for real until when? He got locked up the last time.
We're going to have to learn how to talk and communicate with each other a lot more. We're going to have to learn to see the first signs. We're going to have to learn to sit back. We're going to have to learn how to trust. We're going to have to learn how to seek help. And while it is as bad as it is, hopefully that this whole incident is something that someone else will benefit from in the future, so that we do not have to go through.
When Ray went to trial, he was in a suit by then. He was out by the time he went to trial. So that was like a bond hearing or something.
Something like this again for anybody. It doesn't make any difference whether they are an athlete or anything else. You don't want to go through this ever again.
Well, if there is any hope out of a situation like this, it is that all of us become a little bit more aware about spousal abuse and the dangers of it and the dangers.
What are we talking about? What does any of that have to do with this? He's not on trial for spousal abuse. And you know one thing that ain't part of spousal abuse? Murder. Unless it was like some accidental murder. Like the way that they were killed that's not abuse.
Signs from it, how to detect it when it's going on around you, not in your own home, but in a neighbor's home. And we make, as a society, a more determined effort to stop it. Because I'm not commenting on his guilt or innocence in the murders.
You not? If you start talking about domestic abuse, then that's literally what you're doing. Unbelievable.
Of his ex-wife and of her friend. But I am saying, in this case, there was a long documented series of events involving spousal abuse here, and nothing really was ever done about it.
But they not even together no more. See, that's ridiculous. They're not together no more, though. So you're talking about, bro, this is ridiculous. You see how they've already split the narrative already on their own network? They interview people that's like, OJ innocent no matter what, and black people need to unify, and we need to unify as black people. And then they go to the news. Well, there's a history of abuse, and not saying he did it, but he did it. Exactly, Clee. The lawyers walked. Hey.
And that's a problem that experts in the field will tell you is a problem at every level where this tragic.
Mind you, they haven't said allegedly or nothing. They've yet to say any of this shit against OJ is alleged. The closest they got was what the dude just said about we don't know, but other than that, they just been talking like this shit fact.
Thing happens. Society doesn't take spousal abuse as seriously as it takes many other problems that we face as a society, and maybe in the future we'll be able to say the strong thing is to look for help. The strong thing is to admit a problem. The strong thing
OJ gotta be a Mason, bro.
Thing is to say I'm not perfect.
And the sad thing is that in many instances, nothing is done until something like this.
When OJ got locked up for that big time over that jersey, over his own shit, the first day on the block, they said OJ bought full groceries, like full canteen for everybody on his block. Which means he had to keep that up the whole time. OJ ain't never not been rich, bro. He didn't, OJ did not make that much money to went through that heavy ass trial, come out of that shit, go to prison, all this shit and still be rich and still have money. How the fuck OJ still got money, bro? How the fuck is OJ not on disability or Social Security or something, nigga?
Happens.
Yeah.
That's really one of the real sad things about the whole situation. But we're certainly glad that nothing tragic happened tonight, that OJ gave himself up, and I'm sure that that Robert Shapiro will be talking with him and talking about a lot of things. And at the press conference that comes up in about 35, 40 minutes from now, there's going to be a lot of questions that the police are going to have to answer. And I know one that a lot of people are going to ask is, how in the world could he get away when supposedly they had the evidence that they needed in order to arrest him? How would they let him go without some kind of police support or under surveillance at all?
Jim, we have Harvey Levin, an attorney and a reporter, on the phone right now. And Harvey, there are going to be some tough questions police are going to be answering down there in a little while when they hold that news conference at 10 o'clock, and we, of course, will be covering that live. Tell us what you know about, there will be an arraignment tomorrow, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, Mike, they have 72 hours in which to arraign Simpson. But what I'm hearing now is they want to do it tomorrow. They can do that, even though the courts are normally closed. Provisions can be made. It's sometimes done. And I understand that they are trying to make that happen sometime during the day. He's going to be processed here tonight. My guess is he'll either stay here or he'll go over to the Men's County Jail, which is not too far. It's about 3/4 of a mile from here, where he will be processed there and then put in suicide watch, either there or he'll just remain here until he gets arraigned. My guess is at the press conference, what I've been hearing is they are going to explain what they did today almost minute by minute. They're going to go through what happened. They're going to explain their plan in catching O.J. Simpson, how they were able to find him, and what their game plan was in finally getting him to surrender. Obviously, the police department is very...
But you said y'all had the police scanners and could hear everything they were doing. Now, all of a sudden, y'all know anything they doing. Man, y'all niggas are liars.
Very happy about the resolution of this. And, Mike, I can tell you from my vantage point, this is about as good as it gets in terms of the way they handled it. They do have some tough questions to answer, however, about how O.J. Simpson got away in the first place. And reporters were really not given answers early.
Right, because it doesn't make sense. How this nigga, this is how they said OJ got away. OJ's lawyer turned around, and when he turned back around, OJ was gone. I bullshit you not, that's what they said. Turn your neck and your dang missing. Turn your neck and your dang missing. And big. Found guilty in criminal court, and he still got money now. Still. Yeah, straight backdoor cut. Caught the nigga ball watching, nigga was gone. Oh, OJ to the cup for the easiest two he'll get all night. Look. So apparently that was OJ's plan because how did Al Callen roll up? The nigga turned his back. OJ runs out the door. Al Callen's waiting, and OJ hops in the car like straight ninja vanish. Nigga, this make sense. They even made Saddam. OJ didn't get a perp walk. Everybody gets a perp walk, nigga. So I was like, how did OJ get these rules? Bro, OJ a federal agent, bro. OJ 6'9". Yeah, but collecting a pension don't make you rich. He ain't collecting that much in pension. This nigga OJ still rich, bro. Hey, Google, what is OJ Simpson's net worth?
Sorry, I don't know the net worth of O.J. Simpson.
Thank you. That's an odd answer.
Not a problem.
The hell is this nigga got $7 million still? How? From what? He was making his money back then. Uber rich back then was like $3 million. You had like $3-4 million. You was super stupid rich, bro. That book was years ago. How the fuck, man? This don't make sense, bro. Don't make sense. Only? What do you mean he only has $3 million? How the fuck does he have $3 million, Mike? This nigga OJ should be broke. All that money he had to pay for this trial, and then the civil case, then motherfucker going to prison. The same thing with 6ix9ine. How the fuck nobody likes this nigga, but he got 9 million views on his YouTube video that ain't been out 2 weeks? This nigga got endless supply of money and everything while not doing anything. These niggas are feds, bro.
In the day about that, the issue was just sidestepped, and I'm sure that the questions will again surface. So I don't think we've heard the end of what happened at the beginning of the day.
Did you ever think OJ was a good actor? Then why did he do so many movies?
Harvey, don't you think that there were just a lot of really tight-lipped people today? Because this was an embarrassing day for both LAPD and for the DA's office. I think you could safely say it was an embarrassing day for Robert Shapiro and for the doctors.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Watch this, Mike. Why the fuck would Jim Brown not get more mainstream roles than O.J. Simpson? He's like the same era, right?
And for O.J.'s friend, this is just...
But I think Jim Brown a plant. This nigga used to play lacrosse, bro. Man, we ain't even gonna do this.
A day that did not go the way anybody's game plan had been drawn up, and far be it from us to point fingers at anybody, but I think we're making drawing a safe conclusion there that there are a lot of unhappy people today.
Well, not just embarrassing, but the mistake could have led to possible, just terrible, tragic consequences.
That's true.
And I think they're relieved that, you know, I guess in sports parlance, you could say
they were so afraid of something happening that they didn't even have an ambulance on standby. We didn't see an ambulance, and it was confirmed by the media on the ground there was no ambulance there.
Ultimately, no harm, no foul, and I think they're thrilled about that if there was a mistake in not surveilling O.J. Simpson properly, at least they can look at the end of the day and say, well, nothing tragic happened, and we certainly saw this roller coaster all day long where it looked like there could have been just disastrous consequences that didn't happen, and that may make...
Yeah, but Jim Brown eased up on Jim Brown selected with some of that shit. Because the thing about pro-black is he pro-blackity-black, which means that kind of like, you know, the B guy.
them a little bit more willing to talk about the surveillance and the problems they had in letting O.J. Simpson get away. You are absolutely right, too. Robert Shapiro must have been horrified all day long that this happened. And, you know,
I think they're thrilled about it. Like, come on, Clee.
You could hear it in his voice. You could see it in his face at the news conference. I mean, he was the one who had to introduce O.J. Simpson's one of his best friends to read what appeared to be a suicide note. So I'm sure everybody here is thrilled that it just has not ended in disaster, as so many people feared.
Here's my problem with that, though, Mike. You can't say he pro-blackity black militant type when Jim Brown's been in several black exploitation films. For you to be really true on that shit, you not bending on that for money. So even if you turn and tell me, well, bro, what was he going to do? Turn down that money? Yes. If he really believed in that, he would. Because he would know there ain't no dollar amount to make him go back on this shit. But he's in several blaxploitation type films. Just keeping it a buck. You can't have it both ways. That's why I be getting mad at certain motherfuckers in this shit where I'm like, y'all want to be pro-black when you trying to get your way on something, but then I can find holes in that logic all over the place. Nah. Ain't no Jim Brown ain't no exception.
Earlier.
Well, he said, Robert Shapiro, it was the worst day of his career, and understandably so. Harvey, another thing we haven't touched on too much before now, earlier today at Gil Garcetti's news conference, some of his strongest language was reserved for anybody, he said, who might be harboring and helping O.J. Simpson to escape. He said,
but y'all didn't even arrest Cowlings. You can't. Come on, nigga. Stop playing with me.
if you are doing that, take my word for it, you're committing a felony and you will be prosecuted, which...
Remember, we're the wet bandits. Wet bandits. W-E-T.
leads us to Al Cowlings, who helped him get away from those people around him and who was driving the car throughout this entire day. Is it your feeling he will be prosecuted?
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Wait. Hold on. This nigga gonna sit here and say, yeah, the police already said, nigga, like anybody that help OJ, nigga, you getting it. Nigga, OJ in a caravan on the way to jail, Al Cowling at the crib, nigga. They're like, so what about Al? Is he getting he did drive this getaway car. Is he going to jail? Oh, no, nigga, he good.
Well, I'll tell you, Gil Garcetti didn't leave much room for doubt when he said that. But I think now Gil Garcetti is going to have to look at the circumstances.
In other words, in other words, that nigga was talking tough, nigga, but this nigga's got to look at the motherfucking, he got to look at the circumstances. Stop playing, man. These niggas is goofy.
I spoke to somebody on the legal team while we were watching the chase. And
fuck who you spoke to on the legal team. There's nothing the legal team would tell me that would make me go to Al Cowling should not be arrested. This nigga should have, the moment he stepped out of the car and was yelling, they should have said, nigga, put your fucking hands on your head now before we shoot your black ass on TV. All I should have been hearing, and it appears that Al Cowling's putting his hand on his head and dropping down to his knees and giving up peacefully. Okay, SWAT's coming in.
He said that he would really seriously doubt under these circumstances that Gil Garcetti will make a full court press against Cowling because...
What do you mean? Are they going to tell Gil Garcetti, bro, he got that phone call. Hey, nigga, you can't. But I already went on TV and said, we don't care. You can't do that. So don't do that. What was that, Gil? Man, they just hung up. I think we better stay in the house.
There's some sentiment, at least there was a feeling at some point that maybe Cowling almost did this out of necessity because O.J. Simpson was suicidal, and he was trying to save a man, and
the police would not do that for no black man. You telling me a black man can get the getaway driver? Remember, this is the country where if somebody kills somebody and come pick you up and y'all get pulled over, you can get charged for that murder. But now, all you got to do as a black man is tell the police that you think about killing yourself, and then your getaway driver won't go to jail. Nah. OJ or not, that don't make no sense. I ain't never heard of no celebrity getting this type of treatment, bro. This is federal agent treatment. This is politician treatment. This is some shit they would do for a politician. No cap. This is how we would see a politician get apprehended and go to jail for a double murder. No cap. Think about it for a second. This is politician treatment. Because they not even, and bro, they not giving white celebrity, bro. Nigga, Johnny Depp didn't even get this treatment, nigga, and it was clear as day, like his bitch was crazy. This shit insane once I see it, bro. To see this shit at 40 is way different when I was hearing about it in 8th grade, bro.
The lawyer I spoke with said that there will be a very, very...
And our parents ain't really that stupid because it hadn't been exposed really at that point how much they be lying. The media really started getting exposed in the early 2000s when people started catching on like, wait, these niggas are actually lying about shit.
Strong defense, almost a defense of necessity.
Like they wouldn't be bold enough to do no. This is why ain't no shit like this ever happened again. This is why ain't no other celebrity ever tried this shit. No top-notch case. Why? Because they can't. But bro, you can't do the same gag twice.
In the event that that Garcetti pressed this, so this could be, on the surface, it sounds like an open and shut case when you take a fugitive away, but when you dig down deep, it's a case that really could present enormous problems for Gil Garcetti, and it really depends. We don't know the full story about what happened with Cowling, but depending on how it's painted when we get all the facts, it could be a difficult case for the DA, so he may backpedal a little bit depending on what we find out about what happened in the car.
You make some good points there, Harvey, and there's the additional fact of how this thing came to a resolution. Right in the middle of it, negotiating, trying to talk O.J. Simpson peacefully out of that car was Al Cowlings.
No question about it. And Mike, listen, that's something, that if he did take this to trial, that's something a jury would not be unmindful of. He was clearly critical in the surrender of O.J. Simpson, and you know, Garcetti made a very clear, unequivocal point today that anybody would be prosecuted, but I wonder if this is just going to go into the background at some point.
Well, I think, Harvey, if you've got
Janice, I was sitting here feeling the same way. And Lunchbox, the crazy part is the media is the reason why. If the media came out and reported a lot of these things 100% truthful, then you would get the majority of people agreeing. The reason why it's still people that believe is because there's people that have confidence in certain things they listen to where they go, I trust this person enough where I know they wouldn't lie. Think about how Taryn talks, right? Taryn does not come across as a real callous liar. Because of his tone and the way he carries himself, he don't come across as a callous liar. But we know he is. But that's how politicians are. Politicians learn how to dress to disarm you. They learn the proper way to disarm you, so you would think that no matter what comes out of their mouth, there's no way they said that and it was a lie.
an end result, as Mike says, where a man turns himself in rather than having to take him by force, that perhaps you would say that Al Cowlings did the best he could. We've got a piece of tape from the house. Apparently, an appearance by Robert Shapiro outside of O.J. Simpson's house not too long ago. We're going to try to roll this from one of our trucks at the scene. Let's see if we can show you.
Come to me. I want to personally...
Tactical nuke incoming!
Business just picked up. This is Robert Shapiro, the lawyer for OJ. Johnny Cochran, if you know the story of this shit, Johnny Cochran is not quite there yet. Business is picking up with this. So we got to pay attention. We got to see exactly what OJ's lawyers are saying initially, especially because we go into this knowing we have yet to see this nigga OJ yet. And also for the record, this is the dude that turned around, and when he turned back around, OJ was gone. That's the story OJ's personal lawyer is going with. No, that's a motherfucking lie, but whatever.
Thank and congratulate Los Angeles Police Chief Willie Williams on one of the most remarkable jobs, and his entire staff of Los Angeles police officers who were able to resolve one of the most incredible situations in a very, very peaceful manner. I can't express the fear I had that this matter would not end the way it did. I would also, at this point in time, like to ask all members of the public to please reserve any judgment on this case until the evidence is reviewed and presented in the court of law.
Fuck is Univision already there? Univision is there, or maybe it is LA. Maybe. That's it.
Well, that was Robert Shapiro, who is the attorney for O.J. Simpson, and I have to say, Mike and Jim, he looked so much more relaxed there than he did at his press conference at about 5 o'clock when he was as unhappy a man as we've seen today, and you just heard him say he had a terrible fear that it would not turn out like this, and it has. He also asked us to reserve judgment on guilt or innocence, and
hey, nigga, what's up with that mobile command center?
after we've been whipsawed by the events of this day, we have to come back to that and say O.J. Simpson has been charged with 2 murders, and in our justice system, he is presumed innocent until that trial decides the matter one way or another.
We
so
certainly haven't heard all of the evidences yet. We have heard what we have gotten from the police department and what else we can piece together on our own. But those DNA tests are going to be quite important. It takes a couple of months for those DNA tests to come back from blood samples taken at the scene to find out if indeed that was O.J. Simpson's blood type. If it was O.J. Simpson's blood, we know it was his blood type. But a number of different people have the same blood type. DNA will tell us whether it was O.J. Simpson's blood, and we don't know that yet and won't for 2 more months.
No.
Two months to get this nigga's DNA back. Well, why didn't they just wait 2 months before they try to prosecute this nigga? I mean, they waited all this time, right? They should have just waited another 60 days or maybe even get it expedited because it's such a big case that you would have this type of shit. Why wouldn't they do the DNA test before they lock OJ up? Because that would tell it all, right? Not just his blood type. They do the DNA test. They know. Bro, stop. Because I tell you what, if OJ didn't do it, he would agree to a DNA test easily. They spewing trial facts on air, Cleve, before this nigga even gets booked. OJ ain't even been read his rights as far as I know. He's on the way to booking. And they already have gone into full trial coverage.
So we are watching a motorcade. We're watching from Chopper 2, Bobter up above, and we're watching a motorcade of police officers bringing O.J. Simpson, we believe,
allegedly,
to Parker Center. We think that he's going to be brought to Parker Center. We don't know if he will spend the night there or if he'll spend the night at men's jail, county jail. But Harvey Levin has just told us that they will probably try.
Okay, Janice, let's talk about that glove for half a second. That makes me feel like it's some Fed shit anyway. Marsha Clark was an actor. Darden was in some other shit. We'll talk about Darden later once we get to him. They have taken such a gamble. I mean, that's just basic trial shit. You would not take such a gamble as to let this nigga try on these dry-ass gloves. Them gloves were so dry and looked like if anybody tried to put them on, they weren't. They looked like they didn't have nowhere near the original elasticity of when they were first bought. Like, no fucking lawyer in their right mind would have said, let's have OJ try them on. Latex gloves on underneath, ensuring that they're not going to fit like they fit when he put them on. Like, I was like, they did that to themselves, bro. He a Fed, bro. He was on an undercover mission right then. Ain't no telling what the fuck they was really out in L.A. doing during all this, or the country itself. I mean, we already heard the police chief was on trial, was going to court for some shit, but can't talk about that because OJ.
To get him arraigned in the morning, and everybody's legal schedules were thrown into a hat today because the arraignment was supposed to happen today at 2 o'clock, and now there will be other things all cattywampus tomorrow too to make it happen tomorrow.
Yeah, everything was thrown out of kilter today. Not only what you mentioned, but there were two important news conferences, one from Gilgar City and one from the police department. Both of those, we were standing by waiting for a couple of hours that they were postponed and pushed back. And that's why when Commander David Gascon finally stood up and started talking, and he said O.J. Simpson was supposed to give himself up at 11 o'clock this
cattywampus
morning. He did not. We are looking for him now. There was a gasp of seasoned reporters in the room. It was such startling information in an ever-startling, changing situation. Let's go to Bob Turr up there in Chopper 2. Follow.
Let me see if I can find that Robert Shapiro one they talking about. Hold on. Yeah, we coming right back to this. Yeah, hold on. Holding the time, just a minute. Look what the fuck we got here. Look what the fuck we got here. What you done found, Shay? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did. That one. So, we about to watch the little press conference that Shapiro had when he tells everybody that, yeah, nigga, I turned my back and nigga, OJ dipped on me. Let me come back over here. 241, 49, 241, 29.
Live in Southern California, this is California's at 5.
Suspect may be driving a white or light-colored Ford Bronco in West LA.
Live in Southern California, this is California's at 5.
Enough attention to a suspect wanted for a double 187 in West LA Division.
So you mean to tell me, wait, hold the fuck on. You mean to tell me he already did a perp walk?
Live in Southern California, this is California's at 5.
Enough attention to a suspect wanted for a double.
Somehow he went from this to on the run, and we never got to see him again.
187 in West LA Division. Suspect named Orenthal James Simpson, O.J. Simpson. Suspect may be driving a white or light-colored Ford Bronco. Suspect was last seen wearing a yellow golf shirt, faded blue jeans, and white Reebok tennis shoes. Suspect is possibly armed. Use caution.
An all-points bulletin from one of the most famous men in America, O.J. Simpson. These pictures from yesterday, the last time we saw O.J. and knew for sure where he was.
Okay, where is this?
Tonight, quite simply, he has disappeared. O.J. Simpson is wanted for murder. Good evening.
Not the cap.
Give me this shit, come on, bro.
Good evening, everybody. It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Paul Moyer.
And I'm Colleen Williams.
We begin tonight at 5 o'clock with a story we've been watching all day.
Damn, why he pivot off her like, and I'm Colleen Williams. Shut up, bitch.
He has disappeared. O.J. Simpson is wanted for murder. Good evening, everybody. It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Paul Moyer.
And I'm Colleen Williams.
Shut up,
We
bitch.
begin tonight at 5 o'clock with a story we've been watching all day long with you, the Simpson Golden Murders. We understand now that Fernell Chapman is standing by, a news conference by Robert Shapiro, O.J.'s attorney. Fernell?
Yes, he has just arrived, Robert Shapiro, and he is about to inform us as...
It's like Robert Shapiro standing there waiting for his cue from this nigga. We saw the cameraman cue this nigga, and then Robert looked right at this nigga when he turned and looked at him, and Robert's like he's waiting for this nigga. Why would he wait?
We understand now that Fernell Chapman is standing by, a news conference by Robert Shapiro, O.J.'s attorney. Fernell?
Yes, he has just arrived, Robert Shapiro, and...
They looking right at each other, nigga.
And he is about to inform us as to how things stand.
Yes.
Do you have an opening statement, Mr. Shapiro?
Can you get an audio level? Are you guys ready to go?
Yes,
okay.
we are.
First to OJ, wherever you are, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your children, please surrender immediately.
Not the cap.
Surrender to any law enforcement official at any police station, but please do it immediately.
Not the cap.
I now want to take a moment to bring you up to date on the events of today.
Wait, no. Well, go ahead. I'll let you set the table.
Tuesday, I met with the members of the Los Angeles Police Department, Robbery Homicide Division. We met for about an hour. At that meeting, I gave the detectives my promise that I would make available O.J. Simpson for the purpose of interview or surrender in the event they were going to file criminal charges. I gave them all of my numbers to be reached in that event. This morning, at 8:30 a.m., I received a call at my home asking me to bring O.J. Simpson in for the purpose of surrendering on a murder charge to Parker Center. I agreed to have him there by 11 o'clock, although I told them it would be very pressing for me because I had to get his doctors to notify him, to perhaps to be there because of his very, very frail, fragile,
Wait.
and
Wait. Nigga, he wanted for double murder. They already gave you the courtesy of saying, we'll call you if we do this. They called you. They called you at 8:30 and was like, get this nigga here in 2.5 hours. No. Nah. Hell no.
I had to get his doctors to notify him, to perhaps to be there because of his very, very frail, fragile, and emotional state. At about 9:30, I arrived at a residence in San Fernando Valley where OJ was. I went in with his good friend, Robert Kardashian. He was just waking up, and I told him that I had been informed by the Los Angeles Police Department that
it does look like he's reading.
He was being charged with first-degree murder.
Watch his eyes go back and forth.
In 2 deaths, that it was a special circumstance charge, and that we have to surrender by 11 o'clock.
It's like they just changed the card right there.
I asked Mr. Kardashian to immediately call the 2 physicians or the 2 doctors who have been treating OJ. First, we alerted Dr. Rob Heisinger, who was the first to arrive, who is an internist and has been treating Mr. O.J. Simpson for the last 2 days. And then we notified Dr. Saul
Watch out, nigga.
Fairstein, a psychiatrist who has also been treating O.J. for the last 2 days. They arrived at the location. We had previously arranged for Dr. Heisinger to be there today at noon for the purpose of doing a continued medical examination. During the 2 days that Dr. Heisinger was treating Mr. Simpson, he observed a lymph node under his armpit.
Don't tell me y'all about to try to be like this nigga OJ got cancer.
He needed to do continued tests to resolve the questions he had in his mind. We anticipated the test would take about 15 minutes. The test, in fact, took about an hour. In addition, we had 2 other
What the fuck does this have to do with this nigga going to jail?
known forensic people.
He's clearly reading.
We have asked to come aid in this investigation. Present were Dr. Michael Baden, who is the head pathologist for the New York State Police Department, and Dr. Henry Lee, who is the chief criminalist for the state of Connecticut and is here with special permission from the governor. All of us were together trying to perform our independent functions as quickly as possible and to get OJ in the car and to the police station. I was in constant contact with LAPD on a 15-minute basis. I was also talking to Marcia Clark of the District Attorney's Office. I had the doctors individually get on the phone and explain the delays and told...
Why does he keep taking... That's why it's clear he's reading. It's like he takes these weird pauses and they're not flipping the cards fast enough or something. Or it's like the teleprompter's just like maybe a little bit too far or something.
I had the doctors individually get on the phone and explain the delays and told OJ that we had to really get moving. He said he needed some time.
Listen, and I told OJ we really had to get moving.
And told OJ that we had to really get moving. He said he needed some time to talk to his family. He called his children and talked to them. He called his mother and talked to her. He called his personal lawyer and orally dictated and later signed a codicil to his will. He wrote 3 letters that were placed in sealed envelopes that he gave to Mr. Kardashian. I had arranged the following means of surrender with the commander of the Los Angeles Police Department. I was going to come down with Mr. Simpson in my car, being accompanied by the psychiatrist, Dr. Fairstein, and by his good friend Robert Kardashian. Because we were concerned about the...
Robert Kardashian ain't a Fed. I'm supposed to believe that all this ridiculously weird shit with OJ, and then just so happens that 20-some years later, Kardashian kids, super famous for no fucking reason. More money than can be even spent.
Potential for suicide. We were being followed.
Meanwhile, I see people with Gucci. I see people with all this. Bro, I don't ever see anybody walking around with a Kardashian anything. I don't ever see Kardashian merch. Nothing.
By A.C. Cowlings, his lifelong friend, and Dr. Rob Heisinger. Sometime later in the morning, maybe a little bit, maybe past noon, I got a call from the commander of Los Angeles Police Department saying that we must now announce that O.J. Simpson is a fugitive. Where is he? I gave him the address. Actually, I asked Dr. Fairstein to give him the address and directions to the home in the San Fernando Valley. He said getting seek and by his good friend Robert Kardashian. Because we were concerned about the potential for suicide, we were being followed by A.C. Cowlings, his lifelong friend, and Dr. Rob Heisinger. Sometime later in the morning, maybe a little bit, maybe past noon.
How does them riding behind them help in a situation of OJ's going to be thinking about killing himself? How would he even be equipped to do it in the car? So y'all didn't even make it. So y'all worried about suicide, but y'all don't check to make sure this nigga got a weapon, even though we going to the courthouse. That don't even make sense.
I got a call from the commander of Los Angeles Police Department saying that we must now announce that O.J. Simpson is a fugitive. Where is he? I gave him the address. Actually, I asked Dr. Fairstein to give him the address and directions to the home in the San Fernando Valley. He said he would be sending up a black and white unit immediately. At that time, all of the professionals, the doctors, myself, and Mr. Kardashian were upstairs in a rather large house. OJ was downstairs, and at the time that I was getting the message from Los Angeles Police Department, he was wailing.
And they put it out on TV.
He was with Mr. Cowling. I did not, nor did anyone else to my knowledge, tell OJ that the police were coming to take him into custody. Police arrived about 15 minutes later, came into the home. We greeted them. They were very polite and courteous. They told us that they would follow normal procedure, handcuff OJ, and take him to the police station, and they agreed that we would be able to accompany him.
Okay.
At that time, it was suggested that Dr. Fairstein go up and tell him that he was going to be transported in handcuffs.
Time out. Let's stop right there. Y'all just said, he just said, listen to me, listen carefully. He just said the cops came in and were nice, and they said they were going to take normal procedure. Normal procedure is not sending a doctor upstairs to tell him that he's going to jail. There's nothing normal procedure about that at all. Sorry, no.
Handcuff OJ, polite and courteous. They told us that they would follow normal procedure.
They would follow normal procedure.
Handcuff OJ and take him to the police station, and they agreed that we would be able to accompany him. At that time, it was suggested that Dr. Fairstein go up and tell him
not normal procedure anymore,
that he was going to be transported in handcuffs into custody. It was at that time when Dr. Fairstein was in the room to alert him that we discovered for the first time that O.J. was not present.
Not the cap.
So look, this is how stupid this is. Okay. They want me to believe that they never thought that when the police pulled up, OJ couldn't. Let's just say this is all true. They didn't think for 1 second OJ would see the police pull up in the window from his room and then just leave out the back door. This never went across anybody's brain. Get the fuck out of here.
That time when Dr. Fairstein was in the room to alert him that we discovered for the first time that O.J. was not present. Al Cowlings was not present. I have on numerous occasions in the past 25 years made similar arrangements with the Los Angeles Police Department. They have always, and the District Attorney's Office and Mr. Garcetti. All of them have always kept their word to me, and I have always kept my word to them. In fact,
the fuck's that got to do with right now?
I arranged the surrender of Eric Menendez from Israel on a similar basis. We are all shocked by this sudden turn of events. Now I would like to introduce to you Mr. Robert Kardashian.
Oh, yes.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Here come David Schwimmer. This shit wild.
Who is one of Mr. Simpson's closest and dearest friends, who will read a letter that O.J. Simpson wrote in his handwriting today. Thank you. Let's go first.
This letter was written by O.J. today.
Not the cap.
To whom it may concern. First, everyone understand I had nothing to do with Nicole's murder. I loved her, always have, and always will. If we had a problem, it's because I loved her so much. Recently, we came to the understanding that for now, we were not right for each other, at least for now. Despite our love, we were different, and that's why we mutually agreed to go our separate ways. It was tough splitting for a second time, but we both knew it was for the best. Inside, I had no doubt that in the future we would be close friends or more. Unlike what has been written in the press, Nicole and I had a great relationship for most of our lives together. Like all long-term relationships, we had a few downs and ups. I took the heat New Year's 1989 because that's what I was supposed to do. I did not plead no contest for any other reason but to protect our privacy, and was advised it would end the press hype. I don't want to belabor knocking the press but I can't believe what is being said. Most of it is totally made up. I know you have a job to do, but as a last wish, please, 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 leave my children in peace. They're
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One of your kids is a grown man with a violent history. Yeah, they left that part out. Is that why you want to leave your kids out?
Lives will be tough enough. I want to send my love and thanks to all my friends. I'm sorry I can't name every one of you, especially AC. Man, thanks for being in my life.
So that sounds like it was planned to be running with AC.
The support and friendship I received from so many, Wayne Hughes, Lewis Marks, Frank Olson, Mark Packer, Bender, Bobby Kardashian. I wish we had spent more time together in recent years. My golfing buddies, Alan Austin, Mike, Craig, Bender, Weiler, Sandy, Jay, Donnie, thanks for the fun. All my teammates over the years, Reggie, you were soul of my pro career. Ahmad, I never stopped being proud of you. Marcus, you got a great lady in Catherine. Don't mess it up. Bobby Chandler, thanks for always being there. Skip and Kathy, I love you guys. Without you, I never would have made it through this far. Marguerite, thanks for the early years. We had some fun. Paula, what can I say? You are special. I'm sorry we're not going to have our chance. God brought you to me. I now see, as I leave, you'll be in my thoughts. I think of my life and feel I've done most of the right things. So why do I end up like this? I can't go on. No matter what the outcome, people will look and point. I can't take that. I can't subject my children to that. This way, they can move on and go on with their lives. Please, if I've done anything worthwhile in my life, let my kids live in peace from you, the press.
Again, reiterating, leave my son alone.
I've had a good life. I'm proud of how I lived. My mama taught me to do unto others. I treated people the way I wanted to be treated. I've always tried to be up and helpful. So
That's definitely what it sounds like, Chaos.
why is this happening? I'm sorry for the Goldman family. I know how much it hurts. Nicole and I had a good life together. All this press talk about a rocky relationship was no more than no more than what every long-term relationship experiences. All her friends will confirm that I have been totally loving and understanding of what she's been going through. At times, I have felt like a battered husband or boyfriend. But I loved her. Make that clear to everyone. And I would take whatever it took to make it work. Don't feel sorry for me.
They don't.
I've had a great life, great friends. Please think of the real OJ and not this lost person. Thanks for making my life special. I hope I helped yours. Peace and love, OJ.
That's fire.
Mr. Shapiro, can you tell us what, if anything, in addition to that letter, OJ might have said or did for you to express to us suicidal concerns?
From Tuesday on, he has been exceedingly depressed. He has been under doctor's care, medicated and sedated, and
But he ran from the cops.
we have had
He was medicated and sedated, but okay.
a very real concern that this might be an avenue that he would choose.
Has there been any communication from him, whatever?
None. After since this morning.
Is allowing 15 minutes basically to run away with? Is that all the window of opportunity he had?
Exactly. Bro, none of this shit.
And we have one helicopter.
None of this shit feels appropriate at all. Back to OJ allegedly going to jail.
Reporters.
I guess I'll watch a little more. Smoke me one more. We're gonna finish this whole because I'm not skipping through this. If I gotta do it the next day or so, so be it. I'm loving this. You love this, Peppy. You wanna say hi, Peppy? Say hi, baby girl. You gonna say hi? Say no.
In the room, it was such startling information in an ever startling, changing situation. Let's go to Bob Turr up there in Chopper 2 following this caravan. Bob?
Well, we're just about at the end of this long odyssey. This trip just about to end here at Parker Center, where it all began pretty much. Here at Parker Center, we awaited the arrival of O.J. Simpson, and now we're seeing it live hours later. You can see the Metro officers pulling up to the jail entrance of Parker Center. And there you can see the vehicle has just turned into the driveway of the jail. It's a chain-linked area. And that vehicle will enter.
Now, so we get a clear shot.
And stand by. As we come around left, we're going to be cutting on the inside. Going through the rotor wake of another helicopter. The vehicle, that area that's illuminated, it looks like a loading dock area, and what it is a jail area, and inside that area, O.J. Simpson will be searched, booked, fingerprinted, photographed, and then being taken over to a observation cell. And the vehicle is in there, and this is the end of just a terrible, terrible day, terrible week.
Bob, I can't help but think that this is the end, as you said, that he didn't think he could face earlier today. When he wrote the letter, when he took off in the car, this was what I think he was running from, was the the embarrassment, the humiliation of being booked.
Terrible.
And spending the first of what will
Man, that's some wild speculation.
probably be several nights at least in jail. This is charges which permit no bail, at least have not been.
All we know is we seeing some cars in third-person view from a chopper go into a parking lot, and this OJ. Bro, this shit been on for 10 hours. We have yet to see one fucking frame of OJ.
Bail set so far.
The first of many nights. Obviously, there will be no bail in this case because he's already demonstrated he is a flight risk. And even before this, the district attorney's office, even before he fled, the DA's office said it would seek no bail. Now it certainly has a strong case for that. And if there is no bail, it will apparently be many months before the trial begins. And then the trial will probably last for a while. So even if he is found not guilty, O.J. Simpson will be in jail for many months to come, at the very least.
I can't even prove that nigga was in jail.
So they're going in there, and again, the police department will hold a news conference at 10 o'clock tonight, and we will be there live. And we assume, maybe we assume too much sometimes, but we
pretty much
are assuming this will be on time because, as far as we can tell, and we've been surprised before today, Ann, there's nothing to complicate matters this time.
Well, outside of any other disturbances as we had this morning, we first, as you mentioned, thought that the PD's press conference was being delayed.
Yeah, how does nigga a flight risk when you can find out that this nigga's leaving and you can catch up to him and he still ain't gonna speed up?
Delayed by a bomb scare. Later, we discovered that it was O.J.'s absence that was the real holdup. Now we have O.J. where everyone knows where he is, and perhaps they will actually be on time at 10 o'clock, as you said. We're up above Parker Center. O.J. Simpson has been brought here in custody, and we are gathering that he is being booked inside Parker Center right now.
Did we in fact confirm that there wasn't a bomb scare? Because it was my feeling that there in fact was one, because the reporters were sitting there waiting in that conference room where Commander Gascon was going to speak. I think there actually was, because they came in and they told the reporters there has been a bomb threat, and any of you who is afraid for your safety is welcome to leave right now, and we'll give you time to get back in here.
Wait, what?
The reporters were sitting there waiting in that conference room where Commander Gascon was going to speak. I think there actually was, because they came in and they told the reporters there has been a bomb threat, and any of you who is
Are you motherfucking kidding me? So they were going to do a press conference, and all the reporters are in there waiting, and then somebody comes in there and tell the reporters, oh, yeah, they did a bomb threat, so y'all got to get out. Oh, my goodness. Just at every turn, bro. Every turn.
O.J. Simpson has been brought here in custody, and we are gathering that he is being booked inside Parker Center right now.
Did we in fact confirm that there wasn't a bomb scare? Because it was my feeling that there in fact was one, because the reporters were sitting there waiting in that conference room where Commander Gascon was going to speak. I think there actually was, because they came in and they told the reporters there has been a bomb threat, and any of you who is afraid for your safety is welcome to leave right now, and we'll give you time to get back in here. But to the best of my knowledge, not one report.
Wait, time out. So wait, they said it was a bomb threat, and it was optional for the reporters to leave because everybody else wasn't leaving. If there was a bomb threat, everybody in the fucking building gets out. It ain't optional. They want me to believe there was a bomb threat called on the motherfucking building, nigga, and it was optional for people to leave out. This don't even remotely make sense.
That conference room where Commander Gascon was going to speak. I think there actually was, because they came in and they told the reporters there has been a bomb threat, and any of you who is afraid for your safety is welcome to leave right now, and we'll give you time to get back in here. But to the best of my knowledge, not one reporter got up and left. There's
a bomb threat on the building and nobody left. There was a bomb threat on the building, and it was optional for everybody to leave out. It was optional. They didn't say, everybody get out, it's a bomb threat. They said, hey, y'all, it's a bomb threat, so, I mean, you do what you want to do, boo. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, because we giving OJ life. We ain't going nowhere. Bomb scares go nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Put this nigger in jail for life. That's what they telling me.
They were there to do a job, and reporters face some tense situations sometimes.
Bro, I've been in multiple bomb scares, and every time the motherfuckers, bro, you go outside. Fire, and they would just call it a fire drill at my school. But you would always know it was something different because you'd be outside extra long. Like, why are we outside so long? Might not even been bomb threats. It might have been shit the school was doing and just wanted all the kids out, as far as I know. Because none of these supposed bomb scares ever made the news in my case.
None of them left. Right. Plus, from a practical standpoint, it would be very tough to get a bomb in police headquarters.
Would it? You just walk in there with a bomb. This nigga's, what the fuck is going on, bro? Bro. So this nigga's basically like, yeah, they shouldn't have took the bomb threat seriously. So you telling me the police should be so arrogant that if somebody calls with a bomb threat, they shouldn't take it seriously. So that way, if it's real, all the police are dead. Come on, bro. This ain't real. This ain't real.
Some tense situations sometimes, and none of them left. Right. Plus, from a practical standpoint, it would be very tough to get a bomb in police headquarters. So some logic may have played a part in there, too.
It was an unusual situation, and the day has been full of them. We are at the end, we believe, of a week that has been a scenario that no one could have scripted, starting with the first time we saw O.J. Simpson in handcuffs, which was Monday morning. He was out of them shortly thereafter when his first attorney, Howard Weitzman, showed up at the scene. Went to Parker Center, answered some questions, spent a couple of 3 hours with police, I believe, on Monday, and then was released. And police all week long have said that he was not a suspect necessarily, but then they weren't saying who their suspects were. They just said that they were continuing their investigation.
Everything they were doing pointed to O.J. Simpson as the suspect, and yet they were using such extreme care. They wanted to make sure all of their I's were dotted and all their T's crossed before they took any official action to name him as a suspect and to arrest him for the murders of his ex-wife and her friend. Down there on the ground at Parker Center, Harvey Levin is following this, and Harvey, I assume in just a little while you'll be inside.
If this was a bitch with OJ, would they just call her friend his friend or a mistress?
There for that news conference too.
Yeah, Pat Lalama will also be in there, Mike. There are probably a half dozen helicopters which have arrived in the last 3 minutes, landing both at Parker Center on the helipad and City Hall East, which is an adjunct of the police headquarters right across the street. There is a lot of activity preparing for OJ.
Who was on those helicopters? Wait, who was getting helicoptered in? Wait, he just casually just stepped past that.
Parker Center on the helipad and City Hall East, which is an there are probably a half dozen helicopters which have arrived in the last 3 minutes, landing both at Parker Center on the helipad and City Hall East, which is an adjunct.
So like 6 helicopters are coming to land. Who's on these helicopters? Are these military helicopters? Are these medical helicopters? What helicopters are these?
Of the police headquarters right across the street. There is a lot of activity preparing for O.J. Simpson's arrival. We saw lots of officers walking back and forth behind me at the entrance of Parker Center. We are not sure what entrance O.J. Simpson will arrive at. There is a booking entrance which is typical, but frankly nothing seems typical about this case, so we're not sure, frankly, which entrance he will arrive at. Right now we hear the rotor blades, and that's the best evidence so far from the ground at Parker Center that O.J. Simpson's arrival is imminent.
He perhaps had already arrived. Harvey, is it possible that he's already there?
Well, it's possible he's there if they went through the back end, and
yeah, but this
if
is also
he did, we have a camera.
Nigga who's known. This nigga's known for just peddling lies. Like Harvey has mastered that act of being wrapped up in a whole bunch of shady shit, but coming across as the naive good guy. That's how he comes across on the TMZ show, and that's how he's trying to come across now.
There, and we will show you that in moments.
I mean, he's literally in his fucking people's court role right now.
Again, there are 2 entrances to Parker Center, so I can't tell you that. I didn't see the procession go down this street, so if the procession went down a back street on Parker Center, I would have missed it.
Harvey, we were speculating just a moment ago about O.J. Simpson and how long he might be jailed before he is allowed out. We don't think that he will probably be eligible for bail, do you?
I think you can absolutely count on the fact that O.J. Simpson will not get any bail. In typical special circumstance murder cases, the defense defendant is denied bail because the charge is so serious, he would be a flight risk. I talked to a member of the legal team today, and he said that O.J. Simpson's best hope for arguing that he wasn't a flight risk was that he came back voluntarily from Chicago when he spoke with the LAPD, thus proving that he wasn't going anywhere. Well, this kind of cancels it out today, and what I was told was...
That doesn't make sense either. O.J. was willing to run. He was in Chicago, but he came back for this shit, and then he ran. But he didn't get on no plane or nothing. He was just driving around L.A.
If there was any possibility...
Let us come back to you. We will momentarily. Right now we have Manuel Gallegos on the ground there outside O.J. Simpson's home. And Manuel, you saw a lot of what was happening.
Why are we outside of O.J.'s home now? I'm going to ask a couple things. Why are we outside of O.J.'s home? He ain't there no more. When we need to see outside there, y'all changed it. But here's my question. How did this sign get there? The police were there before anybody got there. And the police let somebody put this O.J. sign up there?
Not the cap.
Command center. Since y'all out there. Uh-oh. Since y'all out there, nigga, let me see that mobile command center.
There, can you tell us about it?
Well, as you've seen here, there was a lot of activity. What's going on right now is that police still have the area well cordoned off.
How when there's a fucking sign right here?
Everybody has been allowed to move back up to O.J. Simpson's home, but you can still see a lot of activity inside with Simpson's family, some of the detectives. We've got a huge crowd gathered here. If you can take a look at it, we've got all the
Where's the mobile command
photographers
center?
And reporters.
That's not no huge crowd, nigga. That's like 40 fucking people right there, bro.
And well-wishers who came out to talk to O.J. Basically wish O.J. Simpson well. Michelle is one of those people. Michelle, what do you think about all of this? You placed a sign out here earlier today?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We came the last 2 days from work and placed signs to lend our support. We would hope he would surrender and do the right.
Why would somebody go to somebody's house and place signs? And why would you have placed signs yesterday? He was there yesterday. Oops. Why would you place signs yesterday? He was there yesterday. None of this shit popped off until this morning. So why were you there? You just so happened to be placing signs there yesterday, and then you came to place a sign there today and found out he was gone? Nah, nigga. No.
About all of this. You placed a sign out here earlier today?
Yeah. We came the last 2 days from work and placed signs to lend our support. We would hope he would surrender and do the right thing.
What do you think about this spectacle and the whole thing this seems to have turned into?
You mean to tell me in this rich-ass neighborhood, people were letting just any motherfuckers just coming through this motherfucking neighborhood putting signs up, and they didn't call the police or nothing?
I think it's crazy, but I'm really glad he surrendered. That's basically what we wanted.
Okay, and Michelle, as she mentioned, has been out here, and a lot of people would probably agree with Michelle. When Robert Shapiro came out here a little while ago, Simpson's attorney, he walked right down the road and told the crowd that Simpson, we shouldn't judge Simpson until we've heard his side of the story, and a lot of people cheered when he said that.
You see how they making this divide? They're doing the split on purpose. They're in the studio like, yeah, OJ did that shit. OJ did that shit. OJ did that shit. Then they go out on the streets. Yeah, everybody on the street is saying OJ didn't do it. They're already starting this divide already. The black versus white already. This nigga ain't even been booked yet.
Did you actually, Manuel, see O.J. Simpson getting into the police car and driving away?
Well, we had a camera juxtaposition.
Because here's the fucked up part. They making white people seem like, because remember when this was happening, anybody white that thought OJ did this shit got branded as what? A racist. And if you was black and you thought that OJ did it, you was a sellout, right? Now, everybody says it now. Everybody said OJ did it now. But back then, you couldn't. While most white people, why did they think OJ did it? Because every fucking news program they turned on said he did. Everyone. including this one right here.
Here that was better than our vantage point where we were all kept back. Personally, I did not see him, but we understand that that camera did pick up some of that activity. At this point, we should add that we don't know where Simpson is. We can sort of tell by the mood here that he is no longer here, but again, that is not confirmed.
We think he is at Parker Center now. We followed that caravan the entire route and saw them check in there. But Manuel, thank you very much for that eyewitness account from outside O.J. Simpson's home.
Bro, none of these reporters know shit when they claim all these niggas been sitting on police scanners.
Well, the difference in atmosphere there is very, very telling. It was just, half an hour ago where there were no lights around that house and there were police everywhere, and we knew that there were negotiations going on, and now it's more of a spectator scene. And we're going to go back to Harvey Levin at Parker Center, where O.J. Simpson is now.
Yeah, and actually the motorcade is coming right now. You see them going around the corner. Let me check in the monitor if you can see this well. You can. This is the motorcade that is coming apparently now to the back door to book O.J. Simpson. Interestingly, the street wasn't cordoned off here, of all places. There still is traffic here, bus traffic, and private automobiles are driving back and forth, so they really didn't cordon off the area, but they just made their way around. He's going to be brought swiftly in the back entrance of Parker Center, where he will be taken in almost immediately. It's kind of a semi-covered area where they can just drive right in, and he'll be processed. He'll be outside of view within seconds. And from there he will go in where they will process him. They will do the necessary fingerprinting, photographs, and other intake. And again, my guess is that he will either stay here tonight or he'll be transferred about 3/4 of a mile away to the county men's jail on both.
Oh, I thought you was about to say the Five Seasons.
Shea Street, where he will wait probably on suicide watch until he is arraigned, and that probably will happen tomorrow. You can see in the inside of Parker Center right there, the desk crew is just working normally, and all of the activity is now happening in the booking area inside in the basement area of Parker Center. So we will probably hear all of the details in about 15 minutes from probably Commander Gascon and Lieutenant Duncan, when they will go before the media and tell us what happened on this incredible day.
Harvey, I'm taken by the mood of Commander Gascon at that earlier news conference today. There was genuine anger on his face, wasn't it? I think of anger on the part of everybody who was dealing with this case by the LAPD.
And I saw the same anger on Gil Garcetti's face, Mike. In fact, they said they were angry. They really didn't hide it at all. This is something that they had really struggled to plan so that there wouldn't be a hitch. And the worst hitch of all occurred. I mean, this is something they simply didn't bargain on, and they knew that they were being scrutinized in the way they handled it. And ironically, even though the investigation proceeded smoothly, it was the surrender which just fell to pieces, and they didn't expect that. So it caught them by surprise. They were upset, they were angry, and
They were upset and they were angry, but then after being upset and angry, they let this shit go on for 10 fucking hours, giving this nigga every concession under the sun because he was threatening to do something to himself. That don't make no sense, bro.
Nobody seemed to want to talk about it, and I have a feeling maybe now that there has been a peaceful and successful resolution, we may hear some details about what went on during this would-be surrender earlier in the day.
Well, we saw the setup with the lights, and there's a chair over there to what would be your right, I believe. Are they going to do the press conference out there on the grass?
No, it looks like they'll do it inside the auditorium.
Okay.
It's just a little more controlled environment, and our Patalolama is inside there.
All right, well, good. We have a tape right now, Harvey, that we're going to roll. It's a tape of O.J. Simpson in the car after he had surrendered and after he had been taken into custody.
Now, recorded earlier, indeed.
Keep in mind, this is the first glimpse we have had of O.J. Simpson all day long. Even when we had people on the ground there, as you can see them there in the back seat, when we had people on the ground.
Bro, and that was supposed to be confirmation of O.J. Stop playing, bro. This shot better improve.
Through that police pursuit of him across the freeways. He had apparently slumped down and we couldn't see him. Also, Bob Turk swooped down very low in the helicopter, got a real good view through the window that we had on television earlier, and we weren't able to see him there either. So this is the first glimpse, albeit not a terrifically clear one. Keep in mind.
So that was it. They must think I'm really this stupid.
And we've kept a considerable distance back, but the first time we've had a chance to see him all day long.
And actually the first time that cameras have seen him since yesterday at the funeral. Mm-hmm. And that was the point at which there was a diversion, where we were all led to believe that O.J. Simpson had gone back into his own home, and that was a diversionary tactic to keep everybody off track.
And this is we're just getting this tape in. It's the first time we've seen it, too. It happened just a moment ago of the arrival at Parker Center as O.J. Simpson was taken there just a short while ago.
And look, they got to show us recorded shots. Why couldn't they show us this shit live?
I think we just saw the vehicle in which he was riding pass by earlier. There you see a lot of reporters and photographers standing by there waiting. We're not going to get much of a chance to see him at this point. Once they pull in there, he's out of our view. They have an unloading area there out of our view, and certainly we haven't been allowed back in. When I say we, I mean all of the news media have not been allowed back in there.
But at least we are confirmed now on knowing where he is, and that is a change from the rest of this day. And that he's safe. He doesn't have the gun anymore. We heard at the house that he had put down the revolver that he had and had surrendered unarmed, and so that is a relief to everyone at this point. He is at Parker.
You see, she's telling you this is a fact. There's no evidence of this at all.
Center, and he's safe. And now we're going to go back to Harvey Levin, who's also at Parker Center, waiting for the...
Oh, now he's really on his people court shit now. He's really on that people's court shit now.
Press conference, which is about 15 minutes away.
Why are there kids there? Kids are there, bro. Why are there this many kids there? Somebody make this make sense. Have any of y'all ever met anybody that was downtown for any of this at any point?
And you've got a crowd behind you there too, Harvey.
Yeah, it's almost like this motorcade was a Pied Piper of sorts. It really has drawn a growing crowd of people who want...
From where? Where the fuck these people come from?
To see the conclusion of all of this. Sir, let me ask, where did you come from, first of all?
He's on full fucking... And then they got a crowd of people. Look, nigga, pay attention, nigga. You see the crowd of people back here, but this nigga's clearly not part of that crowd. This nigga's almost standing here like some type of on-camera security. This nigga is clearly not with any of these people back here.
It was a Pied Piper of sorts. It really has drawn a growing crowd of people who wanted to see the conclusion of all of this. Sir, let me ask, where did you come from, first of all? How far have you been traveling?
Actually, I live in San Diego, but I have a home here in Los Angeles.
Why did you come here?
I think because O.J. touched my life like he has a lot of other people, and...
Not the cap.
You can't have the good without having to suffer some bad, I think.
How do you feel about what happened today? About the fact...
I ain't seen now nigga be downtown to anybody getting indicted like this. I've never seen this.
The fact that he didn't surrender and the chase and all.
I think he's confused. I think it's an emotional experience. I think that a lot of what has driven him...
Look at this thirsty ass bitch.
...him to the successes he's had has...
She thirsty.
...been emotionally driven. And I think this is another side of that emotion.
Damn, she even more thirsty.
How about you, ma'am? Why did you choose to come here?
I think the same reason. I think it's important to find out really the truth about what's going on, and maybe just to support him and to support some of the people that are here.
Bro, both of them are plants.
I mean, he's a star. I mean, he's a legend.
She probably was. Please, you know you seen that bitch standing next to you.
That we should really think about, and it's got to be the truth. It's got to come out. He's got to have his day in court.
You know, Mike and Ann, it's interesting that I think this case has just so confused so many people because...
See, that black chick, them two people were plants. That black chick was not a plant, but she wanted to get on TV, though. And that's why this bitch just, like, eased her way. This bitch like, yeah, I'm next, nigga. I'm next. And then that bitch just squeezed away like, watch out, bitch. We don't know you.
Confused. I think it's an emotional experience. I think that a lot of what has driven him to the successes he's had has been emotionally driven. And I think this is another side of that emotion.
How about you, ma'am? Why did you
Did she try to push her out of the way anyway?
I think the same reason. I think it's important to find out really the truth about what's going on and maybe just to support him. And
what is she looking at? What is she looking at, like a monitor or something? She stopped everything to look straight down at something.
How about you, ma'am? Why did you choose to come here?
I think the same reason. I think it's important to find out really the truth about what's going on and maybe just to support him and to support some of the people that are here. I mean, he's a star. I mean, he's a legend that we should really think about, and it's got to be the truth. It's got to come out. He's got to have his day in court.
You know, Mike and Ann, it's interesting that I think this case has just so...
Because, look, she was talking to whoever about whatever it is she's looking at.
We should really think about, and it's got...
She's talking to... Look, because this dude with her, because it looks like, yeah, they plants. They the black family plant. Plant.
To be the truth, it's got to come out. He's got to have his day in court.
You know, Mike and Ann, it's interesting.
Like, look.
That I think this case has just so confused so many people because everybody was whipsawed in such a short span of time, thinking about O.J. Simpson one way and then hearing something so totally different.
This is literally him doing... This ain't fucking y'all up. Listen to me. Have you ever seen him do the fucking people's court shit? This is what he do. He sits outside in the middle of a crowd and he talks to two fucking people. And then he starts giving his thoughts. This is literally that. About a double fucking homicide with O.J. Simpson. And this is literally the People's Court spiel right now. This is some Twilight Zone shit right here.
That people almost need a reality check to come out here, and a lot of people do seem...
Let's go back inside. And when he gets done, let's go back inside the courtroom. All this shit that just happened always happens on every episode, and then at the end of it, he goes, let's go back inside the courtroom. Watch how they pivot from this. Oh, my goodness. Hollywood, bro.
You know, Mike and Ann, it's interesting that I think this case has just so confused so many people because everybody was whipsawed in such a short span of time, thinking about O.J. Simpson one way and then hearing something so totally different that people almost need a reality.
Who is this kid with? Who is this Hispanic kid with?
Reality check to come out here, and a lot of people do...
Who's this kid with?
Seem just to want to see, to be around the activity, almost to check themselves, to be around other people and see what they think as well. There's just a lot of confusion out here.
Well, we have never lived through anything like this, and we are living through this as a city. No, I don't think so.
No story like this has ever happened.
Nope.
There have been riots, there have been earthquakes, there have been murders, there have been a lot of things.
Right, but we've never handled a murder like this.
But nothing, no story quite like this has ever happened, certainly that I'm aware of whatsoever. We've seen so much emotion today. We heard Vince Evans, his friend, on the telephone, breaking down, crying, urging him earlier, please, O.J., turn yourself in. A very poignant moment. But we've also seen a lot of people who didn't even know the man, who say they are personally touched by it. We had a lady on our air a little bit earlier who has always been an admirer of O.J. Simpson.
And so now we've gone back inside the courtroom.
She was virtually in tears because of what this meant to her, and she'd never personally met him. That's the incredible thing about this story.
It is, and it has been, as we've been saying, an incredible week, and this has come to an end here, almost at an end. I feel personally that when we hear the police side of what happened today, that will put a period of sorts on this week.
Why the fuck would I ever take the police word like that? Y'all got me fucked up.
And we're just a short few minutes away from that now, about 13 minutes till 10 o'clock, which is when the police have promised a press conference to explain their end of what happened today, Mike.
Need to remind you that this is live television. Not everything we try works, but we are going to try something right now. Michael Scott has been stationed out in front of O.J.
What are we trying? Wait. So they already setting up when this shit fuck up. They've already set it up. Trying something new here.
Simpson's home. I don't even know if you can you hear us?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell us what you know there.
Well, Harv has this crowd down here. We have a crowd of people that have been here for the last 4 hours waiting for this thing to finish up. As you can see, many of them are still here, even though they know that O.J. is no longer here. Let's go over to the house, at least to the compound. Still a heavy police presence. We should let you know that at 7:15, we were sitting around like most of the city.
What the fuck are these? What are these? Why are there step ladders right here? If the police been here securing this motherfucker, how the fuck are there step ladders right here? What's happening, Wicked? What is this?
Most of the country watching this helicopter chase go down, when all of a sudden
the police had this shit secure from this side of the wall, but they didn't just secure just this.
Officers who were watching it with us ran into the house, then ran out 10 minutes later and told us to get about 200 feet back. That was the word that we got, that O.J. was on his way here. Now, we do have exclusive video of O.J. being taken into custody, which we showed you a little earlier. That was the word that we got, that O.J. was on.
Where's the window in the back? Because that shit was tinted earlier. Where the fuck is the window? Where is this at? Huh? Where the fuck is this at? And
on his way here.
You can't even remotely make this played out. You can see that this says Ford Bronco, but I can't make out a single anything on this.
Now, we do have exclusive video of O.J. being taken into custody, which we showed you a little earlier. How we worked that is we had a photographer stay up here when he wasn't supposed to and get these shots.
But he ain't get a shot of shit. And then you out here telling on the air that you broke the law.
As you see, he's being taken into custody and he's being placed into the police unit.
I can't tell that's
now,
all.
As I think you've heard from Harv, that there is going to be a news conference at the Parker.
There go OJ right there. These niggas is Will Smith on Bad Boys 2. Nigga, there go DEA right there. Nigga, DEA was everywhere.
Center, there will be no briefing here for the media. It's just a wrapping up of the scene.
The niggas is like, yeah, there go OJ right there. They be serious, nigga.
That O.J. was on his way here. Now,
let me slow this shit all the way down. Had to be wicked. Okay. Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. These niggas want me to believe that this is fucking OJ, my nigga. There go OJ right there, nigga. This is OJ right here. Oh no. We have been bamboozled. These niggas is dead ass like, yeah, nigga, that's OJ right there. We got exclusive footage of OJ, nigga. What?
There will be no briefing here for the media. It's just a wrapping up of the scene. And again, you're looking at KCBS exclusive video of O.J. Simpson being taken into custody.
Nigga, I don't know who that is in that car, nigga.
Again, all other photographers and
nigga, they had the old, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego silhouette talking about this OJ?
Reporters were
caught in 240p. No, this is 144p.
At least 200 feet away from the scene. We were able to keep a camera up there. And again, you're looking at live.
Now look how clear this shit is. We can't get no shot of this nigga. OJ ran from the police, and the police is still like, no, you can't get no pictures of this nigga.
Pictures. Mike, go ahead.
We want to stress, relating to what you just said there, that we were asked, our helicopter was asked to pull back so that it didn't make so much noise. We, along with all the others, did do that. We did.
No, that ain't what you said earlier. Now it's because y'all was making too much noise.
Did not have a camera up there to interfere in any way, only after we had been assured that this was over, that he was safely in custody, that that code 4 had been issued, that all was safe and clear. Then perhaps that is when a photographer went up there.
Very true, Mike, yes. In fact, we were down here when all the choppers came in. It seemed like a scene from Apocalypse Now, all the choppers. And yes, we...
Oh, my Lord.
We also heard when they backed off, we had a person sitting here.
They just told you 6 helicopters just went to the airport or went to the police station. What helicopters were those? Were those military helicopters?
Waiting for OJ to go into custody. And that's pretty much what happened. He got those pictures when it happened.
Right. We had the cameras in lockdown, and I'm sure everybody else in town had cameras in lockdown as long as the negotiating was going on. Once it had ended, and we heard Bob Tour say Code 4 had been called, then it's okay to go back in and...
Apocalypse Now, Lunchbox. Look at, bro, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Man those camera positions again. Michael, what do you hear in terms of relief or expectation from the people? You've been talking to those people out there all day long, and it's a little bit surprising perhaps to some of us that they're still there at the house even though the drama at that scene is over. What are they waiting for now?
You know, these people were so ecstatic when Simpson's attorney came out and talked to the reporters. There was just this cry of relief. It was like, thank God he's safe. He's in one good...
Bullshit.
He's in one piece, and it's over finally. Yes, everyone out here is very happy, but
what are you reading? He was clearly reading.
To the reporters, there was just this cry of relief. It was like, thank God he's safe. He's in one piece, and it's over finally.
Gotcha, bitch. Look back down at them notes.
Yes, everyone out here is very happy, but I don't know why. They still want to stick around. They want to watch this thing completely end. They have been...
And you know what they writing. They get notes in their ears.
At the edge of their seats in their living rooms, and for the ones who have decided to come out here, it has been a drama that they're afraid to close the book.
Well, Michael, I can tell you...
What are you looking at?
That's a wonderful neighborhood any of us would be proud to live in, but I would not want to be living in it.
Yeah, it's that great of a neighborhood, but y'all let any type of motherfuckers just come put signs on people's houses and shit when they get off of work. Make it make sense.
Any day so far this week, and it's my guess that tomorrow there'll be at least as many onlookers driving by there trying to get in, which is just going to make life miserable for the neighbors there.
Looky-loos.
Looky-loos, a lot of them. All right,
Well, Michael Scott, thank you very much for taking us back out there and bringing us up to date.
All right, our Pat Lalama is inside Parker Center. She's standing by there where in just about 10 minutes from right now, they will come out and brief us on exactly what all has happened today, Pat.
All right, we'll stop here. We'll pick up here tomorrow. Yeah. I can't wait to hear this police conference. Whew. This police conference gonna be crazy. They interrupted the game for this. Gotta be, yeah. Well, kinda. They did. They had a kind of picture in pictures type shit. I can't wait till tomorrow. Man, this has been fun, bro. I don't know how we got here. I was talking that shit and Clee reminded me, and here we are, man. Best decision ever. Because to have this coverage, salute to the person that recorded this. I bet this motherfucker had no clue and they were just recording this on their VCR that they was exposing the fuck out of the media, and the media didn't even realize it. Nigga, I don't think OJ's somewhere chilling. They probably had this nigga in some mansion and shit, and they would just pull him. He pull up on days he had to go to court. OJ did not look like no nigga that was in jail for murder. We ain't have no prison calls from OJ. What do you remember any prison pictures from OJ? Like or jail pictures from OJ? This first from when we was for the murder. I think that nigga was just showing up on the day of the supposed trial. Remember, Johnny Cochran comes out of nowhere and never loses. Ever. He came out of nowhere. Kind of like, Ben Crump. Come out of nowhere, but on everything and never loses. Happy 420 lunch. But I guess we shall pick up here tomorrow. Shout out to them Warriors. Shout out to Jimmy Butler and the Heat. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies. Because I did not want LeBron to get all this time off before playing us. Hopefully, we got to get one more, though. So can't put the cart before the horse. Got 48 more minutes of good basketball left in this series. Yeah, LeBron, that motherfucker didn't even hit 20. Oh, he put up 15 after only putting up... So since the shit, he put up 22, 15... I think he had something, bro, like, again, I understand, like, yeah, Dylan Brooks shouldn't have said the shit he said, but I get why he said it. Like, he's out there, and he's seeing LeBron ain't doing none of this shit that everybody say he be doing. LeBron will give you a play here, a play there. That's awesome, Janice, to say y'all had y'all house for 40 years. Some people think, bro, I admire that way more than some shit where it's like, oh, we lived here and we lived here, we lived here. It's like, bro, then y'all not committed to shit. Like, bro, to say because you can go visit wherever the fuck, but your home gotta be where it is. But now he only got one day off, and he gotta go right back at it. I'm cool with that for the Warriors because the Warriors slept in their bed tonight. See, LeBron probably got home way later than the Warriors. The Warriors hopped on a bus and took a 90-minute bus ride back to Oakland. LeBron had to fly from Memphis. Happy 52nd anniversary lunch to your parents. That's crazy. That's awesome. Hopefully I can say that one day. I knew this was gonna be interesting, but me personally, this has been way more interesting than I expected. If you on replay, you should have some chapters. I think I got some chapters that I can put in here that ain't hard to put. So, and if you fell asleep, you should be happy when you woke up. There should be some chapters. I think I can handle that out in a couple minutes. Get a sports video out tomorrow. I don't ever want to go more than 2 days without a sports video, so sports video be out. There ain't really been an isolated story of sorts. Make sure I hit that like button. If you're on replay, hit that PayPal Cash App link so we hit the $20 goal. So y'all know if we made it, if there's no goal today. If we didn't make it, well, there's a goal today. With your bitch ass. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Oh, lovely day. I didn't get no lasagna, but I got a dub for the Warriors. I'll take that. And the crowd goes apeshit.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
I guess say peace to your boy. Y'all and y'all April baseball. Y'all gonna have to watch out. It's playoff time. Nobody give a damn about the meaningless ass April games. Y'all probably had like 4 AAA motherfuckers in the lineup. Clee, Janice, Kendra, Lunchbox, Wicked, Aaron. Unless some Big Brother happened, I may be on early, do my early show doing this, and that way if I need one more part, we could probably finish this all tomorrow. But I've been having fun with it for sure. But then again, I'm probably lying. Lunchbox rules in full effect, man. I love y'all to death, man. God is great, bro. I'm out of here, bro. I'm gonna give me something to eat. I'm gonna watch the end of this game. But then again, shit. I'm probably lying. Lunchbox rules in full effect. I love y'all, bro. See you later, KS. This shit's been fun, man. We finishing up tomorrow. Go Warriors. Wardell Stephen Curry Jr.
Green to Curry. Clock ticks. Valuable seconds running off. Curry just running around. 5 to shoot now, and Curry is fouled and one. A put-away punch.
I am LNC.
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 We are LNC.
Put Shay in the house.
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 Put Shay in the house. And he can fucking bite me.
And get Shay in that house.
Put Shay in the house.
Put Shay in the house.
Put Daddy in the house.
What's wrong with Angela?
You heard him.
God is great, man. I love y'all so much, man. This has just been an amazing ride, bro. Oh, playoff basketball is stressful. But days like today make it all worth it. Get some rest. I'll see y'all in a couple hours.
Zach Morris is trash.
I'm petty.